Hello everyone, my name is DndMinifigs and welcome to the Minifigs Arcanum channel. I am your host, and I will also be your DM for tonight's session. We have some very special guests from the LEGO Instagram community. Would you all like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, it was so hard not to interrupt. I really wanted to interrupt you for no reason. My name is Foolsfigures. My real name's Mason. Uh, yeah, I'm on Instagram. Follow me. I'm super cool.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah, you are.
Let's go.
I'm Noah. My Instagram is Haon.brx. You can call me Haon, and I love D&D.
I'm
Decent,
2P
decent.
at 2P Figs on Instagram, and
Hell yeah. So, we today are going to do a very special session of D&D, but it's not going to be like any other D&D. We are going to be playing a Lego themed D&D. All of the characters that are going to be in this are going to be uh, made out of Lego, um, and so I hope that it'll be something enjoyable. So let us get started in tonight's session. Three travelers meeting under the usual circumstance have found their way into a nearby town in search for maybe glory, maybe loot, or perhaps a sense of adventure. Walking into this small, almost village like town, there is a postboard in front of our three people who will be going through it, sort of see what they find, until one of you pull a flyer out. Fools, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah. My name is my character's name is Sketchbob. No, it's not Sketchbob. I'm so used to playing a character called Sketchbob. My name is Gurkle. Gurkle the Great. That's what I call myself. I have such a troubling time to get other people to call me that, but we don't talk about that. I'm looking for
Hmm.
some company. I'm lonely right now. My previous adventuring party kind of ditched me because I was annoying.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, no, it was unfortunate. I kept like untying their shoelaces. It wasn't even like major shit. Like I didn't. Usually I steal stuff. I'm kind of a kleptomaniac, but this
Hmm.
time I was really trying to be on my best behavior, but they just were not having it. Real serious fellows.
And how would you describe the visual for anyone to sort of get a visual on how you look grabbing this
I'm a
pamphlet?
very yeah, I'm a very odd goblin. I'm not a green goblin. I'm a purple goblin. I'm from the Underdark. So I've got like bright yellow eyes, very like nocturnal predatory features, like kind of glow, like my eyes kind of glow because I can see in the dark and shit. I'm really short as I have to like leap up to grab the pamphlet because I think I'm like 3 feet tall. Is the
Hmm.
pamphlet on like a post or something? Can I
Yeah, there's
reach
like
it?
there's a post, and you definitely, when you, I mean, unless you want to try something, but you do rip it off the nail that it would be on if you were to grab it from your height.
Cool, cool. What does it say? I'm is it like a brothel poster? Because that's what I'm hoping.
You
He just
see,
reached on the board without looking.
that it actually is a poster asking for help at a nearby graveyard. There is essentially just a bunch of people have gotten sick, and there is a lot of like people who have died from poisoning, and it is calling for anyone who is able to come for their aid.
Doesn't it sound like I'm gonna find some pleasurable company there? But if I am hungry, maybe I'm hungry. I could go for some rotting flesh right now. I am a goblin. That's my like primary diet.
Hmm.
So I feel like I could go scrounge about there, get some free food. I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay, awesome. And so when you grab that and you show that intrigue, Do you share that with the other two who have joined you recently on your adventure?
I go like, hey guys. That's what I sound like. It's because I'm a goblin. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of hungry. You guys want to like? We could go get some free food right now. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, I don't know what you eat.
Are you just saying that and not showing the poster at all?
I'll show the poster to them. I'll be like, there's this graveyard, yeah, that is like, wait, so there's like a sickness in the graveyard?
Yeah, there's like people who like work at the graveyard or who are at the graveyard. It seems to sort of describe that like the nearby like people are getting sick and dying near that graveyard.
I do wait, okay, if I'm remembering correctly, I have a poison resistance. I don't know if that applies here, but I feel like I'd be more comfortable going into a situation like that.
You very well could.
Yeah, I don't believe you'll find the most food at a graveyard, but we can always venture that way.
And as you say that, would you like to introduce yourself, Verdan?
Yes. My character's name is Bryden. He is a Gith Yankee. He isn't like a lot of them. He's not like in traditional Gith Yankee armor or any of their face paint or anything. He's actually in the garbs of like a druid. Um, he's got some like druid face paint on, and I guess he's a bit of a slender fellow. Um, in I guess like an orange type leather outfit. And yeah, that's what Bryden looks like.
Okay, awesome. And what was it that you said in response uh to Gurkle?
Gurgle.
Um, actually, would I have been tall enough to just like look over his shoulder the whole time he was reading that poster?
Probably.
If you would have wanted to, you definitely could have.
I feel like that's what I want to have done.
I won't have like hid it from you, so.
I want to have done that, and rather than trying to tell him there's not food at the graveyard, I just want to continue in the direction that that poster probably says that it is in.
Okay. Gotcha. So, as you two start walking that direction, following behind you, Grayson, would you like to introduce your character and describe him?
I am playing the character Grayson. He is a human ranger. He has a shiny prosthetic arm, and he's very much a back of the room quiet type in a large setting.
Can I untie his shoes?
He probably wouldn't like that.
But is it possible?
It's very possible.
I'm like eyeing them.
He's wearing large leather boots.
But I haven't done it yet. But I'm looking at him.
He is on the
Okay.
quest for riches as a sellsword.
Understood. There is a pretty nice reward that you guys would have seen there. In general, it says anything at the area is free for you to claim as long as you are the one who helps with the situation.
So does that mean like we can rob any grave so long as we help them?
Morally, I'll say no. They probably should have specified on the text. I would probably be the type who will rob the one grave that is opened in case someone has opened it during this sickness. But I
Alright,
digress.
well, let's just go see. Let's go see what's up with this grave site. Hopefully, there's some dead people that I can munch on.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and change scenery so we can get to the area. So you walk quite a bit of a distance. It's not too far, but it's definitely like a town over. And as you walk, you will end up in this sort of outskirts area that's sort of a little run down, a little damaged. You definitely can like get the sense that the graveyard is just a little ways over, but this is sort of like the area where most of the people who worked there originally, or who work there, live. And so I'll say if you guys could spawn your characters in, and then I will go ahead and move you accordingly. You guys are sort of walking this direction, and you'll see that there is a couple of commoners that are sort of around. Um, uh, there is some of them are standing, some of them are sitting. Can someone make a medicine check for me? Does anyone have a proficiency with medicine check actually before?
Think. Oh well, I have a +2 to it. I'm not proficient in it, but I'm not too bad at
Urkel
it.
has a -1.
-1. Okay. How about you two, Grayson?
Where do I check
When you look at your character sheet, it should be there's like this long list that has like dots filled in or not, and there's like +2, +3s, -1s depending on your numbers, and they say like Arcana, Athletics, Deception, History. There should be one that says Medicine.
I have +3 medicine.
+3. I'll say with you having the closest, I'll have you roll. So what you'll do is just press on the +3 itself, and that should automatically roll it and should show us what you roll. Let me know if you're able to figure that out.
Yeah, I did it.
It didn't show up. There's no way it didn't show up. Okay, there
Well,
it
I
is.
see it.
There it is.
Okay. You did end up with a 9. So I say that you don't there's not anything in particular that you notice. You do notice that the person right here closest to y'all is like not doing well.
Oh, so they appear kind of sick.
We should put them out of their misery.
Well, perhaps not anything too rash, Mr. Gurple.
Well, we can at least ask them if that's what they want. Maybe they want to die.
How about we ask them then? I want to. I want to approach at like a safe distance. Maybe like Bryden is practicing social distancing, and maybe about this close to them, and just I suppose I'll walk up. I kind of want to survey them, I guess, a little bit more as I walk up, and just say, "Hello, stranger. How goes the graveyard things?"
As you say that, go ahead and roll a perception, and I will go ahead and describe the character, or the person you're encountering. You see that they're sort of this sort of slightly tanned, redheaded woman, sort of sitting. She doesn't have like, she has like villager clothing. She is with your 14, you'll notice that there is some rips with a little bit of blood on them, and that blood is sort of mixed with something of another color that's sort of discoloring it a little bit, and she has these like really deep bags on her under her eyes, and she's just sort of she's like sitting against the wall, but like is like on the floor.
Oh, okay.
And she'll sort of go she's just every time she tries to like sort of speak to you, she just is coughing and is unable to properly say any words.
Do I get the idea she worked here, or do I maybe think that she, like, I mean, is she waiting on her last rites, maybe? Is she just here to die?
She doesn't look would be a good, I would say make from what you know, which might not be a whole lot on how funeral rites go, or in particular that stuff. Go ahead and roll a history check to see what you can gather from how she's dressed, how like what could give you off that she either works here at the graveyard or is a person waiting to essentially be buried.
Is there how do we roll with the check doing like our like I guess skill out of it, or should I
Oh
just
yeah.
roll it and then add my skill?
So what you go is that when you go to your character sheet, you'll see that list where it says the names of the acrobatics or whatever. You'll just press
Mhm.
on the plus, on the +3, like where it says +3, +2, or whatever,
Oh, okay.
whatever that would
Which
be
one
for
did you
you.
say? Sorry.
History.
Ooh.
22. So you get a really good idea from what you remember, what you studied, or just somehow have been able to gather that information. And she does seem like a person who works here, but not necessarily maybe on the graves themselves, but she is dressed sort of holy. She has the attire of someone who would be holy, and she is. It doesn't seem like she was in this state that recently. Like she is. It seems like, or sorry, it seems like she's more recently in this poisoned state than before. Um, but yeah, she definitely looks like she would have worked here, maybe cleaning up the bodies or doing any of the religious parts.
Um, I suppose I want to ask her. Uh, can you point in the direction of anyone around here that might be taking care of you, or maybe a little bit more healthy?
You see that she will point behind you where there's this fence, and you see that there's sort of like a man uh like wrapping something. Like you see that he's just like pulling sacks together, and
Hmm.
it's this like sort of muddy dirty man, sort of. You can't really tell his age right now, but he seems like he's having a rough time with those bags.
Oh, he's working alone. Um, I'm I'm just gonna go on my way, ma'am.
And she just bows her head.
Or actually, before I walk over there, um, I guess I'll turn to my two new friends. So it seems the people around here aren't doing too well. Maybe, maybe we stick together and don't get too close, so we don't get what they have.
My main concern is like I want to find out how it's spread.
Yeah, that's a big worry for me right now. I
Because
would say we could
otherwise,
offer to help the guy moving all the sacks by himself, but I'm scared the sacks are infected with sickness.
it could be medicine though.
Oh, true.
He's next to like he looks like he's next to like a bunch of plants.
Shall we go investigate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As
still
all
approach
three
at
of
a safe
you,
distance.
as as the three of you approach, um, you will. Hold on. Let me go ahead and. Okay. So as you are approaching, you do get a, whereas perhaps the woman would not smell necessarily as bad, though she is in a rough state. The stench from this area is quite a lot, and very very putrid. Um, and actually, I'll have you, Grayson, being a ranger, roll a survival check for me.
Uh-oh, we're in danger.
'13. So, um, before you guys end up introducing or saying anything, Grayson, you definitely get a very strong smell of decay and death. Um, and there's also a very, like, almost like a hot pepper, like almost like a jalapeno smell that is not coming from the bodies and it's not coming from that direction, from where the commoner is, but from somewhere else. You can't quite put it together.
Wait, so it's not the what does the guy look like? Is he in like a super rough shape?
Yeah, so while Grayson is encountering that, what you guys see is a gentleman who is um he is older. You see that he is like bald at the top, has like hair on the sides. It's like a sort of salt and pepper, but like with brown instead of black. You see that he is you would sort of guess human years around 50 or 60. And you see that he is carrying these sacks that he's sort of putting one on top of another. You see that the sacks, some parts of them sort of look rigid, and like they don't look like they like have like a baggy shape. They sort of stretch the bag. Some of them, some smaller bodies,
Santa
or
Claus?
Evil Santa Claus.
some smaller parts, some bigger parts, and he's just sort of like stacking them one on top of another. He sort of turns around.
Oh
And
wait,
says,
are they body bags?
You could make an assessment, yes, that they are body bags.
Oh shit, body claws.
You would say, it's like around 5 to 7 people.
Could
you see him sort
I'm
of-
gonna go up to him for sure and
Okay.
be like, "Hey, I could take one of those bodies off your heads."
When you say that, he sort of jumps and turns around and looks down at you and says, "Oh, little creature, my apologies. I did not expect."
Did you just call me a creature?
No, my apology. I call all creatures of God little creatures. Don't mind me.
Hey, you got that better be true. I'd be offended.
You want to make an insight check?
Sure.
You want to make? Okay, go ahead. Roll an insight check.
-1 on insight. Out of 10.
A 10. It doesn't sound like he's lying. He has no reason to, is what you sort of gather.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
He sort of is like, well, friend, you've caught us in a very, very peculiar time. How may I assist?
I'm just kind of hungry. I'm just kind of I'm a cleric. I'm gonna lie to him and say that I want to exercise one of the bodies.
Oh god.
Okay, go ahead and roll a deception while he rolls a give me a moment here.
I got a natural 20.
You got a natural 20?
Yeah.
No way. You did. Okay. He's like, well, I know what a cleric looks like, and we've been going through some rough times, so I'll believe you. And he says, we would have had our local cleric bless these bodies, but he's one among them, so please.
Oh, clerics? I'm thinking that clerics taste really good. So that out of all the bodies that could be infected by this plague, I feel like the cleric will have like divine protection and will let me eat him.
He'll let you.
Yeah, it's for a good cause.
The the commoner also stepped back, just hearing that you will at least like sort of bless these bodies, and he will step back to let you do your thing, and sort of turns to the other two.
When he steps back, I also want to give Gurgle a pat on the back and say, "Go ahead, Mr. Cleric. Give them their last rites."
I'm gonna drag one of the bodies. I'm gonna look for the cleric. Can I look to like in the bags to see if there's any cleric-y bodies?
Roll a investigation check.
6.
You search the bodies, and a lot of them, like when you sort of open them, you do see that a lot of them have like outfits that are religious, and it eludes you the ranking of each of them, and so you're not necessarily too sure on who is a cleric and who is not.
I'm just gonna pick a random one and then go, definitely it's this one, guys.
And the
And then
commoner will
I'll,
go, is this necessarily necessary? Taking them out of the bags?
dude, he's possessed. Trust me. We have to
Goblin
cure him.
goblin clerics work a little bit differently.
You know we're not dealing with possessions, right? We're
Well,
dealing with
yeah,
monsters here.
but this guy, yeah, but well, okay, that's good to know. But still, he's possessed. Trust me. I know a possessed person when I see one, and he's gonna come back to life, and it's not gonna be good.
He sort of nods. And it will be, well, I'll, if you'll have any questions for me, or I'm not sure if you're here from the prompt that we had put up at the town over, but I will be around. And he's just sort of like, it's like, just like sort of walks around in general. Not doing anything
I do want
particular.
to approach him for one question before he's
Okay.
totally gone. So you've been messing with those bodies in sacks all day. What's to stop you from getting equally as sick as anyone that is now in one of those?
Um, he uh he sort of like looks at you and then looks at his body. He's like, well, I haven't been stung yet, is it? The stinging is what does it, I'm sure. And I'm sure to wash my hands. You sort of see his hands are dirty as fuck. He's like, I wash my hands the best I can to make sure that I don't get infected.
You mentioned stinging. What could you tell me a little bit more?
Oh yes, some not sure what to describe them. They were sonic fast, but there's been these red flashes that have just been stinging creatures, stinging people all around the town. That's where these 7 bodies came from, and there a lot of our local livestock has been abducted, and many left dead.
I see.
If I may,
You may.
Yes.
have you guys managed to kill any of these creatures?
No, I don't believe so, but I will say that we have tried to fight them off, but they are again quite fast for us. I did hear one screech, something I never heard before, something demonic, right demonic, and there was nothing else about it in particular that we have not found a body or anything like that. But granted, there's only 3 of us left, and 2 of us are dying, so I've just been trying to mitigate the smell and stench. I was going to get rid of these bodies and give them the resting place they need.
All right.
While you guys were talking, I severed an arm, and I'm gonna keep that on me for later. And I'm like, hey, he's good.
Were you trying to be stealthy about it, or were you just like doing it like it's like
No,
the
I
job?
just did it real quick. Real quick.
Okay.
I was just like, damn, bam, done. Now he's cured.
The commoner will just like look over, like behind you, Rydan, and he's like, "That's a cleric, right?"
Cleric is the day I met him.
Are you done with the bodies?
Yeah, no, they're good now.
Okay. You sort of see him walk up, and sort of you see him have like a little matchbox in his hand, and he like lights it up, and is like
Oh, I
saying,
bet that
okay.
smell is atrocious.
He like sort of
Smells
says
good to
something
me, probably.
in his head, and he launches or like drops it, and you start seeing like the bag slowly rise into a flame that, yes, stinks horrendous. Gurkle probably likes it, and but it is occurring now. There is a fire going. As that fire is going, is there anything else you guys would like to look in the area, or anyone else you'd like to question?
So
Um,
we're not like actually in the graveyard yet, right?
No, you're sort of at the outskirts of it, like you're getting close. This is sort of like the area where the people at the graveyard work at or live at.
Right, okay.
What direction to the graveyard?
Oh,
Friend?
it'll be from the keep going from the direction you came. So if you go, and he like sort of points behind him on this map, it would be east. If you just keep going that way, it'll be a little bit down there. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're ready for a fight, because no one has come back from there.
Well then, I suppose we'll be off. Unless either of you, and I'll look back at my friends, have anything else you'd like to do around here.
I look a little spooked by the. Well, okay, you said no one's come back, and I'm not the bravest goblin out there. But I'm like, all right, I'll go if you guys are going.
Oh, I'm going.
2P, something to mention, whenever the fire is sort of destroying the original scent that you were smelling, that jalapeno sweet smell is still sort of around. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to do another perception check. I meant to say
Someone's
survival,
making
but it's
chili.
fine.
Oh.
That was my mistake.
Well, I got a 7 on perception.
7 on perception. Okay. I would say that was like sort of an attempt to try, sort of get the smell. Go ahead and roll another one that would be the survival. Okay.
26.
Natural 20.
Dang.
So with that natural 20, although the smell still like sort of eludes you, you notice that your eyes sort of like get this like almost if you got like capsaicin in your eyes, like you accidentally rub your face with hot sauce. It's not anything that's lasting, it's just sort of like flashes for a moment, and as you're blinking, you sort of turn around and you see that there is a track of that weird substance that's sort of changing the color on that woman's blood. You see that like greenish, almost brownish substance going. Let me go ahead if I can try it on the map. It is going sort of. Let me give it one more moment. Sorry about that. You see it sort of going this direction.
There's a strange smell coming from within the town following that trail. Would you guys like to follow?
I guess I'll take a peek back over there and check out the trail. And is there the other commoner, I suppose, that I guess would be not the first lady we talked to? How do they look from this
Right.
distance?
They look. So you see that it's a younger man. Maybe younger than most of you. He's maybe like 20 or 19, something like that. And he has like this bandage that when you look at his arm, on his forearm, you see that there's like a long slash of blood that's sort of collecting on the bandages. He has bandages that are sort of covering his eye as well, and he's not he looks very weak at the current state, but he is standing, and he's actually like raking, like using like a pitchfork, sort of moving branches to the side from this building that's sort of destroyed.
I wonder what happened. What happened to the building? I'm gonna ask him what happened. Yo, what happened to your house or whatever this building is?
Oh well, this was the first building that sort of got attacked. There was a lot of them. They were destroying the house from the outside in.
Yeah.
The family inside did not survive. So, yeah.
Yeah, good, I guess. Yeah, that must have sucked.
It very well
It
did, yes.
sucked for them. I mean, yeah, no, that's definitely what I meant. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Are you all here to help us?
Sure.
We're here to check out the situation at the very least. See what is here for us to do, maybe.
Good. Help yourself. If you need me, I'll just be raking wood. And you should see him sort of return to that.
Okay, so we can go like further into the town from
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Well, you'll sort of this is like sort of there's like maybe like 3 buildings, one that's like outside that you won't be able to see, or that you can't see in the map that you can currently still go to if you prefer. But right now there's like these 2 that are like immediately right here that look the most damaged.
I'd like to do an investigation check on the damages.
Is that 2P, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. And you're trying to like sort of gather like what caused the damage?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and actually I'll have you roll with advantage. So you'll just roll it twice. Dang, okay. Oh, that... What number is that? Okay, that's a 15. Okay. So a total of 21. So with a 21, you notice that the way this was sort of destroyed or collapsed, there is ripping that occurred. You see scratches and marks of something sort of tearing, but instead of something being something big that you would expect would be destroying this, it's like 1,000 little scratches, just little scratches that like sort of tore up the place. You see that it's just pulled to shreds, and a lot of the things that you would see on the floor, you could see actually footprints of little clawed marks, and you will also notice that there is at certain parts that are bitten that weren't completely ripped away, you'll notice that there is like dry residue of saliva.
Wonder if it's like imps or mephits or something.
Potentially a swarm of something.
You'll also notice that the trail does have an end within the building. It like sort of goes inside the rubble.
Should we peek inside a bit more thoroughly?
Yeah, it might have some good loot in there.
Yeah, I might go rummage around. See
Okay.
what's up in here.
Is everyone doing it?
Yeah.
I'm waiting outside.
You'll wait outside? Okay. So both of you, Redan and Gurkle, go... how do you say the name? Sorry, is it Veridon?
Yeah, Bryden.
Veridon. Okay, Veridon. Veridon and Gurkle, roll a...
It has good coverage, I hear.
I'm gonna say perception check. Stop. Veridon plus. Okay, my bad. Go ahead and roll investigation checks, both of you.
Got me a 13.
Oh, y'all roll perception. Wrong one.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what was I supposed to roll?
Investigation. The investigation was
Oh,
right.
I think I did it right.
Yeah, but you did one. Yeah, that one's not gonna count, unfortunately.
Oh, this one's not as good as 7.
So you guys sort of rummage around. It's less that you don't find what you're looking for, and more that it just takes a while. It sort of takes sort of like 20 minutes or so instead of what you thought would have been like maybe like a 5-minute search. And as you search, you are able to like remove this like larger plate of wall together, whereas you see a flattened. Let me give me one moment here. Oh, you're in the way. Y'all move out the way, y'all. No kidding. I'm not kidding. Y'all
We're
do
in the
not have
way.
to do that.
We're backing up.
You see a little pseudo dragon that's sort of crushed beneath the wall that you have lifted up. He's like sort of flattened, and you see that his tail is actually does not have the stinger that pseudo dragons have, but you see that there's a trail of that greenish, darker color thing that now when you're close, it smells very toxic, but like also very like again like you have your nose in hot sauce essentially.
I'm like, no. Are we gonna have to I shed a tear. I shed a tear. Because they're so cute. The pseudo dragons are adorable. I mean, like, I hope if I have to kill a bunch of them, I hope I can at least get like one as a pet.
Maybe we can.
I'm sure they're like stingrays. You could like de-stinger them.
Maybe one will just like you
Yeah.
and help us out.
I bet that these are what's terrorizing the people though. Yeah. I guess I'll like grab the dragon and I'm like gonna take it back to the commoner and be like, is this the thing?
Okay, you grab it, you put it. He's like, yes, those red things were just flying through the air, thousands of them.
What direction did they come from?
And you see that he points to the same direction the other commoner had pointed at. We haven't been able to go there since.
Interesting. I still wait. I sniff the dragon. Has Grayson told us about the smell? I think he did, right?
I mean, in general, whenever you got close and you were able to open up or like reveal the pseudo dragon, that smell became very apparent. It was subtle
Okay, so that
whenever
is what causing it.
Grayson was smelling it, but it's now like pungent when you're near it.
Okay. So I guess our next move is to go follow that trail.
All right.
I'm ready to head out.
All right, so you guys take the trek, going eastward to the wrong way. It's so funny
Right
to
this
see
way,
you guys.
Ranger.
It's so funny to see you guys move. Oh my god, that's so funny. Because Roll20 does not let that happen. Alright, anyways. Not to throw shade, but we will cut to the cemetery. As you start walking up, you do hear commotion. You sort of trek up forward and you see that there are a group of commoners hiding or sort of cowering in the middle, and you see a couple of graveyards, or exactly to describe it, 4 graveyards that have sort of been, or not graveyards, sorry, graves that have been opened, and you see that there is these skeletons that are like sort of like crawling out actively right now, and you see that there's these 2 pseudo dragons that are sort of attacking one of them. There's one of them that are getting attacked, and there's like it seems like these skeletons right now are like freshly coming out of the floor, and these commoners are sort of cowering in the middle.
Okay. Having heard the the commotion before entering the view of the graveyard, can I have stopped like behind this wall?
Yes, you can certainly stop right there. I would say if everyone's just for the sake of it, since I was describing it, if y'all could go sort of back, or like where Grayson is would probably be best if you guys still want to like go for it. But yeah. Is
So
there
I
anything in
haven't
particular?
directly seen like anything going on, but I'm gonna ask you guys to report it to me because I want to stay hidden.
It looks like we've come at a very bad time. There looks like skeletons and pseudo dragons. A big mix of everything is going on.
Okay, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Who wants to make the first move though? Because I'm gonna stay hidden for now until I can attack with advantage or something.
Let's see.
Are we going to attack?
We could, hey guys, hear me out. Hear me out. We let them weaken each other, and then we can loot all the bodies.
Little third-party situation.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have minor illusion. I could try to create a little distraction to get everything in one spot, maybe, and then we can. I don't really know what we can do after that.
I wish I had level 3 spells so bad so I could like fireball them or lightning bolt all of them in one.
I've got Eldritch Blast. Don't worry.
Ooh.
Actually, you know what? I still do. I still do want to do a minor illusion and try to make like a little skeleton illusion. Maybe. Um.
If you want to use there's a point one right above the token
Oh,
option.
I was
There's actually
gonna.
a point.
Oh,
So you can
that's
sort
way
of,
better. Oh yeah. Probably somewhere. I want to do it away from the commoners. Maybe like over here.
uh-huh. And what are you trying to put there?
I just want to do another skeleton and see if it'll draw any of the pseudo dragons over.
You say it's minor illusion?
Oh wait, yeah, I did. Freak.
Because I just gotta check how big a minor illusion is. The area
Yeah, I think it's
range.
only a 5-foot cube.
It is a 5-foot cube. I mean, you could make a 5-foot. Let me see here. You get
Pseudo dragons are pretty small. I guess you could make one of those.
Yeah.
Could be the skeleton of a dwarf.
You
True.
could also do that. I mean, 5 foot isn't dwarvish though. 5 foot's actually really tall. Oh. So are you putting a minor illusion? And what are you trying to do with that? I guess is more the question.
Really just want to see if it'll take the attention of any of the pseudo dragons or really anything. Maybe even another skeleton. How
Okay.
can it do that? I guess I want to have it like move or like try to appear like it's moving in a threatening way or something.
Okay. Is there any of these groupings that you see that you're sort of trying to do that with or do that to?
I'm really most focused on these guys here by like this mausoleum.
You could use the pink. My bad. I couldn't see.
Oh
Oh, okay,
yeah,
right
yeah.
there. Okay, so like that skeleton, that pseudo dragon, you sort of want to like have like a thing that's
Yeah.
like sort of approaching them. Okay, so I'll go ahead and just so that we can have it temporarily there. What color do you feel like your magic typically operates as? Not that it matters too much because you're creating a minor illusion, but what do you think is the color that you sort of
I feel like
use?
it's probably mainly green. Like I imagine since I'm like a hexblade warlock, whenever my hexblade weapon is out, it's like a green, almost fl- like flame like thing. Not necessarily a green flame blade, even though that is a spell, but
Right, right.
kind of similar. So I'd imagine, yeah, it's kind of probably like a green sort of spectral energy that'll come out.
Gotcha. So this is the green that they have for here. So we'll go ahead and use that. So we'll say that this like blob is sort of like that apparition of that skeleton. Do you want to describe the skeleton? Anything in particular about him, or just that he's like a shorter skeleton
Just
fella?
that he's a dwarf skeleton. Obviously, you can't really tell much immediately to go towards that fact, other than it's short. But it is a
Okay.
dwarf skeleton.
Okay. Understood. So yeah, so you sort of created, and what sort of motion does he does towards the skeleton and pseudo dragon to get their attention?
Maybe like a couple of like waving with both hands, and then maybe readying like he's gonna engage in fisticuffs.
Okay. Okay. Give me one moment here. So he sort of like, does he do like that, like those 1900s cartoons where they're like, "Meh."
Yeah. Yeah, he kind
Okay.
of puts both of his hands up like in front of him like that, and he looks ready.
Okay. I'll go ahead and have you. I'm gonna have you roll a. What would be a good roll for this? Roll a intimidation check and add your spell modifier. So that would be a
add
total.
my spell modifier.
Yeah.
Let's see. With that, it'll be 10, and then with my modifier, 13.
13. Okay. 13. I'm gonna go ahead and for the. I'll say that the skeleton is preoccupied with the pseudo dragon, but the pseudo dragon is going to make an insight check.
Hopefully, these things aren't very smart.
The pseudo dragon rolled a 16. So it's just sort of looks at like it's sort of like biting into the bone of the skeleton while the skeleton's like trying to push it off or whatever, and then it looks at your illusion, and then sort of does like a breathing out the nose like a, and then just continues biting onto the skeleton that it is encountering with. It is very much distracted with trying to destroy the skeleton. You see that its tail is like sort of going in between the ribs, but not really finding a purchase. You guys have one more action before we actually start rolling initiative. If there's anything
I'm
else
just
you
gonna
want
stay
to
where
say.
I am.
You said what?
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Anything else
I
you
think I'm
guys
ready.
want to attempt? All right. Anything you want to do, Raiden, before we?
No, I think after my illusion wasn't very successful, I'll ready myself for a more traditional kind of approach.
All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and start rolling initiative. If everyone can roll their initiative, you should be able to see it on your character sheet at the next to your armor class.
Oof. 4.
Okay, that's 4.
I think I got a 12.
12 and a 10.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and. All right, so I do have you guys here. Let me just roll one. Can I roll this one? Hold on. I might have to pull it out separately because, of course, I do. Give me one moment, y'all. My bad. Why this time? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll for the enemies, and then we're going to start the combat. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and start this. So, Verdan, you attempt to do the illusion, it doesn't seem to work, and the pseudo dragon just sort of continues focusing on this corpse that has risen. Is there anything you would like to attempt? It is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, just sorry to interrupt, but I'm kind of confused. Are the pseudo dragons and the skeletons fighting each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like on the same team. Interesting.
Let's see, what can I do? Ooh, I can Misty Step as my bonus action. And I can do that a range of 30 feet to an unoccupied spot. Somewhere within this line. I'll go right here. I don't want to get too close to everything.
All right. So you go right up to the skeleton. What is your action that you're going to take?
Let's see.
Wait, how much was that? Where did you come from exactly? Just so that I know the number.
I was to the left of Grace. Oh, wait. Let me make sure I didn't check out my 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah. So I was right here.
Yeah, if you go diagonally, you'll still reach it at 30, so you'll be fine. Yeah, there you go. I believe so.
Oh, I never added an action for my weapon. Where is my weapon?
You might have
What?
to add it as a like an equipped one. Maybe you hadn't equipped it yet. So if you go to your inventory, um, there's like you have like daggers, hand axes, and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to try to hit it with my hand axe, I guess will be my action.
Okay.
Let me, I guess. Oh, wait, that's not the right
Just
roll.
well
Do
to
I just hit
mention
the
it.
hit slash DC?
Well, hold on. Before you do anything, you have your dex is better than your strength. And let me just look at. So you're a
This is
hexblade. So
true.
you are supposed to have a weapon. Like there is a specific weapon you were supposed to have. Do you know what weapon you would have wanted to use?
I did intend for it to be a short sword, but I thought it was an action to summon it to my hand.
So yeah. So what you'll do, is that you will add it, not on your inventory. Where do I go? Okay. If you go to manage inventory next to that, like where you do that search bar, go ahead and put short sword in. Add a short sword, and then on the short sword, you'll actually have options to make it your hex weapon.
Let's see.
Let me know if you're able to do that.
Running it in now. I I do. Oh wait, hex weapon. There we go. Okay. Am I allowed to attack with that right now? Are we?
Yeah, yeah. So you will.
Okay.
Have you made it your hex weapon already?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you should have a better ability to attack. So then you'll go ahead and
Much better.
roll an attack.
And that's the hit DC button instead, right?
Yes, yes.
There we go. 17. Hopefully that hits a skeleton.
17. Let me go ahead and take a look here. You're attacking that skeleton, which I'll say is this one. It definitely does hit.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Give me something good. Oh.
Okay. And let me just confirm. So you hit them with a slashing weapon. Let me just confirm. Okay. So okay, yeah. So they'll go ahead and take the 4 points of damage. You sort of just slice into him, and maybe a couple ribs fall, but he is still standing before you.
Yeah, I suppose I guess what that would look like for everyone around me. I guess like a little like green light starts at my feet and then goes to my head to teleport me, and I end up in front of that skeleton, in like the opposite way where the light kind of starts at my head and then projects me from to my feet, and then I take a slash at him with my I guess it would probably look like a normal short sword, but with like a a green energy coming off of it whenever it moves in the wind.
Hell
All right, that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Hell yeah. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
It is the end of my turn.
All right. Grayson, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I think I'll just take my chances shooting my bow at the pseudo dragon by the building.
By the one closest to you, the one right over here.
Uh,
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can see my pointer right here.
yeah.
Okay, bet. Go ahead and roll a attack with your bow. It should be the hit DC option. Okay, 28. Awesome. So that definitely. Oh no, you rolled a natural 20. So what you'll do now is that you will roll. I don't know if it automatically does it, but you will roll the damage on the side, which should say like a 1d8 plus 3. Let me know if you see that.
Yeah, it says 2DA.
Okay, so yeah, so now it changed to 2d8. So go ahead and roll that. and that should be your new total with your critical. You got a critical hit. Shit is lit. A 14. All right, let me take a look
Dang.
here. So, how do you want the death of this pseudo dragon to sort of look like as you destroy it with your bow and arrow?
It would just be a regular arrow piercing through the body of the thing.
All right, and you go ahead and
Which
pierce it.
Skyrim final death animation are you choosing?
Yeah.
What's up? The ragdoll.
You sort of essentially you see it sort of go right through the pseudo dragon, but it sort of the feathers sort of gets stuck by the feathers, and it sort of goes back to the. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. It sort of goes and gets stuck onto the mausoleum as the arrow also pierces the mausoleum and stays right there in place as you destroy the pseudo dragon.
Okay.
Sick.
So that is its death. We're at level. I believe you have another attack. Let me just make sure.
Yep, 2 attacks.
The attacks, yeah. You can go ahead and target another character or another bad guy.
Can I just do another bow shot at the skeleton who was fighting?
Of course. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
Uh, 13. Let me go ahead and make sure that hits. 13. 13 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 6 points of damage. Yeah, you go ahead and shoot it, and it sort of hits its like collarbone, and it like, flinches at it, and then just shakes it off, ready to go again.
All right, I'll end my turn.
You end your turn there. All right. As your turn ends, you if anyone pays attention to the commoners in the middle, you sort of see a someone who's sort of helping a lady up, and you see it's like sort of a red-skinned character with like slick back hair, and he'll sort of just be lifting this woman up, and you see him sort of walking this direction, helping someone move. They don't move too far. He sort of moves around here, and they all just progressively get to this point. Let me see here. Okay. Yes, he will just go ahead and move that direction. And he will end his turn there, helping that group sort of move out of danger. It is the pseudo dragon's turns, and you see that all these pseudo dragons sort of the two that are attacking one are going to attack the one up here, and then there's going to be one that's sort of going to attack the one down here as well. So let me go ahead and roll that. Okay. So the first bite that it does on the skeleton hits. It's going to do a second one before I add damage. 15, that also hits. Let me just go ahead and roll that. So that's a 3 plus a 2, or 3 plus a 4. So that's going to be 7 points of damage to that skeleton there. Give me one moment here. And then the other pseudo dragon is also going to make the same attack. It misses with its first strike and misses with the second one. So you see this sort of this skeleton is sort of getting bombarded with these attacks. Not getting so much hurt by the second one, but for sure taking damage from that particular one. And then I'm going to have the other pseudo dragon make 2 attacks. Rolls a natural 1 on that skeleton. And then rolls a natural 20 on the second one. So, okay. So he's going to roll. So he's going to do 6 points of damage on that skeleton. And that'll be the end of their turn. And as those still go on, you will see that close to the top, you see from a grave rising a white, sort of, you see this undead creature with sort of bluish, icy skin rise up. He has this like very loose, almost falling off hair, and has this like dark, dirty armor. And he like does he fans out with his finger pointing at everyone and says, "You are all not welcome here." And he is going to take his action to let me go ahead and pull him up. He's going to 30 feet. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right. He's going to go straight this direction and is going to take a hit at the commoner there. Okay, that hits. He does slash the commoner, and the first hit does 4 points of damage. The commoner's like, but essentially he just slices the stomach almost wide open. The commoner's still alive, but it is on his knees, and he's going to make another strike at him. And his second attack does miss as he tries to go for the head for the commoner, but the commoner sort of bends down on his knees, so he ends up just swinging and missing. And he sort of just like, so sort of like growls at the commoner. That'll be the end of his turn. Gurkle, it is your turn.
Yay. All right. Without revealing my position, or maybe it does reveal my position, I don't know. I'm going to cast Magic Missile on this white.
Okay. You cast, go ahead and roll for damage, because you don't even got a hit.
See if I can figure out how to do this.
How many of the beams hit him?
4.
4? Okay. So are you casting at second level?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I clicked cast, but I don't know what that did.
So cast just means that it took the slot. So now you roll. Now you press on the 1d4 plus 1.
Oh,
4
I
times.
see.
So 5, 4, 2. Let's see here. Oh, so you got 2 twice. Okay, so that's 8. Okay, so you do 13 points of damage onto him.
Do I get, or I guess advantage wouldn't matter if it's a spell, huh?
Yeah, you hit. Well, there would be advantages and disadvantages, but the like that spell just straight up hits him. It will always hit.
Forgot
It's
about
just
that.
You don't. Yeah, the damage you did was rolling the d4, so you do 13 points of damage on him. So I would say that as the commoner sort of hunches down and he misses, he sort of looks forward and just sees. Actually, if you want to describe your magic missiles, just like hit him straight in the face.
Yeah, they kind of weave around the commoners. They're like these very bright pink and silver. They're like pink glowing, and they have like this silver outline, kind of these
Hmm.
bolts of energy that kind of just stab into him.
All right, hell yeah. And so yeah, so he's just like sort of like bah, 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 he sort of flinches at them and then looks at your direction. If you want, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna have you to roll a stealth check with disadvantage, just in
Oh
case he
boy,
doesn't really see you.
I got a 10.
He definitely spots you, or at least sees your hat just poking right above you. He's like, "Oh, there's someone back there."
He can see my pointy hat tipping above the fence.
Exactly, exactly. Um, okay, that'll be the. Oh, is there anything else you want to do? My bad. You have a bonus action if you want to do anything.
Uh, Actually, yeah. How do I see my bonus actions? Actions, bonus action.
Yeah, you should. If you
I
press on
am
bonus
going
action, you should see it.
to do a nimble escape and hide as a bonus action.
Okay. Let me see just to make sure because you do have armor, so I want to make sure whether or not your armor does impose.
It does
It is
have
adamant.
disadvantage on stealth.
Let me see this armor. You do have disadvantage as well. Okay, so let's just go ahead and roll it again with disadvantage.
Ooh, 6.
Uh
Oh no, 2.
huh.
I
So
tried my best.
you notice that he tries to he's trying to discern you, so you attempt to hide, and if you want to describe sort of the way that he ends up just noticing you straight out.
Yeah, I take like 2 steps to the left, and I totally don't remember that my hat is like 2 feet tall, and it like
Uh
adds 2 feet onto my 3 feet tall person. I
huh.
think I'm so fine. I'm like giggling to myself. I'm like, he's never gonna get me. But my hat is completely overexposed.
Hell yeah. So and so yeah, so he's definitely gonna see you. So he's clocked you for now. Anything else you want to do? Just or anything you want to ask or anything particular? You ready to go?
I'm good. That's
Hell
it.
yeah. So now it is the skeleton's turn. So I will have this skeleton first. He's going to make an attack at you. Uh, uh, or actually, no, this is the wrong skeleton. Okay, this skeleton is actually gonna walk up to this commoner, and he is going to make a strike at him since he is no longer burdened by a uh, pseudo dragon. 19 hits. He's going to roll for damage. He does 5 points of damage. He sort of just like cuts into the commoner, stabbing them in the I would say like sort of in the belly, but not super deep, but deep enough to cause some real harm, and sort of just holding him by the shoulder, trying to get at him. This next skeleton is with Varidan, so where he's going to go ahead and roll an attack at you. Does a 22 hit? Varidan?
Oh man, I muted my mic a minute ago. Yeah, 22 definitely hits.
22 definitely hits. Okay. He's gonna go ahead and roll. And he's going to do 7 points of damage as he sort of just like does like a slash and sort of like cuts your chest down to your belly a little bit. Not anything too deep, but trying to get at you.
Giving me new scars.
Let me go ahead and take a look here. Okay. Now, he sort of just ends his turn. He's like again trying to
Ooh,
grab at you. Yes.
do does that provoke a reaction for me?
Let me go ahead and see if you have anything that could cause a reaction. Let me look at here. Actions,
I do
reaction.
have Hellish Rebuke.
You do have Relish Rebuke if you'd like to cast that. It is up to you.
I think I do. I think I do want to go ahead and do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Or it's a Dex save, right? Dex 14. So let me roll a Dex for him. He does roll an 18, so he'll take half damage of the 18 of the damage you'll do.
Okay, so let me roll. So it's 2d10
No,
It'll be
so
half
here
of it.
here it shows 4d10 since you are a warlock. It automatically casts it at third levels.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So if it, well, I guess I just roll 40-10 and then just
Well, you can press on
half
it
that.
as well. Like you can press the Hellish Rebuke and just press 4d10, and then whatever
Oh,
damage that
okay.
is,
Yeah,
will half
you're
it.
right.
Yeah. And make sure to mark off your packed spell slot.
That is. Do we take the lower or higher number when taking half?
So it's 27. Regardless of whatever number it is, this skeleton is dead. So if you'd like to
Oh,
describe
nice.
how this Relish Rebuke destroys him.
Yeah, he goes to like swing at me on my stomach and he hits me pretty good, which Fryden kind of gets a little scowl across his face, and then in response, the flame from his sword will kind of surge in intensity and then overtake the skeleton as he's charred.
Hell yeah. You should see the skeleton sort of like he like wants to react, but before he could even move anymore, he just turns to dust and falls in a pile of ashes, cremated on top of his grave. Alright, so now the skeleton up here, as he's being attacked, he is going to attack one of the pseudo dragons. Let me see if that hits. That just hits the pseudo dragon, so he's going to roll damage. And he does 8 points of damage at the pseudo dragon. You sort of see the pseudo dragon that sort of was really really giving it to him. He all of a sudden just like skewers it and then throws it on the ground, and it's still alive, but it's like on death's door. It's whimpering, and it is not super happy about that. And then this skeleton at the bottom, he is going to go ahead and attack his assailant as well. That is a 22 to hit, so he definitely hits him. And that's going to be 5 points of damage. So he does also do a pretty good number on the pseudo dragon, which the pseudo dragon is not happy about as well. And we'll go ahead and end that turn. Top of the round, Varidan, it is your turn.
Oh, geez. Let's see. So the skeleton in front of me is he's out of commission, right? I burned him to a crisp.
Yes, he is gone.
I suppose I want to call out before anything, to the fellow leading off all the commoners.
Uh-huh.
What? Where should we go, strange man?
He
And then
when you say that, he sort of goes, oh yeah, if you want to finish your thought, my bad.
oh no, you're good. You're good.
He sort of is like, whatever do you mean?
You just seem to be leading everyone away.
I'm trying to get them to safety.
And then with that, realizing that safety for these people is the priority, I think, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Go over to the skeleton, and I'll just use my Hexbladed short sword again to try to do a melee attack on him.
Okay, bet.
14.
A 14 does hit.
Oh, big. Let's see. Big damage this time. Not really.
6 points
6
of
damage.
You do 6 points of damage. I'll say you hit him. You slice him between the spine cord, and he just gets shorter. He sort of loses a couple of spine pieces, but he is still up and running, but very much not doing so well right now.
And then I guess like for a little bit of flavor while I do it, I would like that to be my action, but I also want to use Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
But I want to say that like as I slash him is when I'm doing like the Hexblade's Curse. So as I cut into him, I give him this curse.
Okay.
And so I think, yeah, that is my bonus action. I'll do it to him. He's cursed for 1 minute, or until it's dead or incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
And I get +3 to damage rolls, and I score a crit on 19. And if it dies, I'll get 9 HP back. And then that
Okay.
is Vrydon's turn.
All right. Awesome. Grayson, it is your turn.
All right. Can I start with a bonus action?
Yeah. You can start with any action. Yeah. Bonus action.
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on the white.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'll cast that on him. I'll go ahead and give him a border. I'll give him the parchment color to let him know that you're hex or you hunter marked him. Oh, so the hunter mark is the damage that gets added after you do damage yourself.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
I'll. So the 40 feet speed is how much I can walk, and each square is 5.
Do you have 40? Let me see how much speed you have. I don't know why I don't know yours. Oh yeah. You have 40%. Yeah, you have 40 feet of speed.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna walk up here next to this guy.
Okay.
That's 40, right?
Yes, it should be, yes.
Can I do? You can do diagonal.
Yes, you can do diagonal. I can actually measure it right here. So if we
Okay,
take
and
a
then I'll
look here.
do.
Yeah, that's 30. You got it.
I'll just do my long sword for my attack.
All right, go ahead and roll for your long sword. You know what I completely forgot to do, y'all? And I'm gonna add it now because I don't care. I'm gonna add the music that I was gonna add at the start of this.
You'll just
You
put it
know?
in post.
You know? Oh, you're right. We'll say that.
I did have my own fantasy music going, so this will be good. I can pause that now.
Okay, gotcha. You want me to still play
Same.
that song music then?
Yeah, no, I feel like that's good. That way we all have similar vibe.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and take a look here. So, okay, 16 definitely hits. Well, actually, let me make sure because you are fighting the white. Yes, 16 hits.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage, and then you'll add that hunter. I'll say that hunter's mark that you rolled is the one that we'll add.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a total of 15 points of damage. How would you sort of describe that like hit that you did right there?
I guess I drew my longsword and drew my longsword off my back and immediately went down with a slash across his chest.
Okay, epic. And then you have another strike, so go ahead and roll. Unless you'd like to do something different.
Nope.
I think does hunter and I just want to confirm. I think hunter's mark only applies the first time, right? Let me just make sure. Well, you gotta roll. You gotta roll another hit
That's
before you roll this.
I clicked the wrong one. Goddamn.
Oh, gotcha. No, you good. My bad.
No, I like
We'll
twice.
still
Hold on.
we'll still count that one as the.
All right, ignore
Yeah.
that.
Okay. This is gaining. 26. Okay. Wait, is that a natural 20?
It's loading.
Oh, it's 19. It's a 19. Okay. You do hit with a 26, so we'll say that that is 10 points of damage from that roll that you had done. So yeah, he gets sliced up pretty bad. He is not having a great time at all. A lot like he just seems like he is very much an older body, and you just sort of see that he is um falling apart really fast from your slices. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
So the hunter's mark, it says that it gives you the ability to know any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities to
Okay.
the creature that was hit.
So I'll say, let me go ahead and pull that up. He has actually, that is a fair point. No, it's magical because of the hunter's mark. He is resistance to necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. I'll say they're magical because of the hunter's bane. And then the damage immunity is poison, and then the condition immunities that he has is exhaustion and poisoned.
All right.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
That'll end it.
All right. Well, that'll be the end of his turn, of your turn. So then, you see the hobgoblin, that pulls up. He will, you see that he, you see that he sort of pulls out this potion, like this sort of like potion bottle, and he'll sort of, uh, like soak his blade with it. It's sort of like a black, almost color, like a transparent black, and he is going to he is going to rush this skeleton, and he is going to do a strike at him with this short sword. That is 12. I don't believe that hits. It does not hit. Motherfucker, no, I'm kidding. He's just like swipes right open, a little too confident, and just like the sword is just too short for him to have noticed, and ends up missing. Let me go ahead and see. I believe he does have another attack. He does not. Okay, so he is going to be there, but he does throw a, you see this like vial that he throws, and he throws it over you, Grayson, and it does hit the commoner sort of in the face, but it ends up being you see like this like red liquid that sort of go over him, and you see the sort of its like body sort of start to heal.
Threw the healing potion on him.
Then it heal. That's 11 points, so it heals. Like you see the commoner sort of like open stomach sort of close up, and it's sort of like in like at least physically in a better position. They sort of go at the same time as him, so I'll say that this one moves, and then this person tries to move, which will provoke an attack of opportunity by the skeleton. So let me go ahead and roll that real quick. I think it's this one. Yes, it is. 17 does hit, and it does 3 points of damage at him. And then I'll say that this one moves, which will provoke a opportunity attack from the white. That hits. You do see that this person, as it's running away, the white will sort of slash at its back, and it sort of like freezes in place in the air for a moment and collapses on the ground, dead. So this person is dead.
Oh.
Damn.
Go ahead and put that there. Star mark.
Unfortunate.
Oops, I did not mean to do that to that guy, but it's okay. He got burnt to ashes anyways. So that will be, and so now that'll give the person here to sort of move, so they will sort of move this direction, and that'll be the end of Ezron's turn. See here. This pseudo dragon, after being hurt quite a bit, is going to step away, which is going to provide the provoke opportunity for the skeleton. Let me go ahead and roll that. That does hit. Which immediately it sort of gets, as it tries to fly away, the skeleton puts its sword sort of in front of the pseudo dragon, in between its head and the blade the pseudo dragon is within, and it sort of just flies right into the blade, and it sort of gets cut in half and falls apart. So that pseudo dragon is dead, and the pseudo dragon next to it is going to, let me just confirm, yes, so the pseudo dragon next to it is going to take 2 strikes at the skeleton. Misses, and then a natural 20, so there we go. Let's add so that's 6 plus 3, so it does 9 points of damage to that skeleton, which will end up killing it. So that skeleton is now perished. It sort of got vengeance on its sibling that had passed away. And it's going to end its turn there. We do have one more pseudo dragon. That pseudo dragon is actually going to continue attacking that skeleton down there. Misses. And misses again. So that'll be the end of the pseudo dragon's turn. It is the white's turn. The white is going to turn to you, Grayson, and is going to be like, "You dare meddle with my grave, stranger." And he takes his hand out and is going to try to grasp at you. Let me roll that. That's a natural 1, so you see, since he is withered and almost dying, he sort of goes wide and misses with his hand. And he sort of looks at himself, seeing that he's slowly falling apart. He's like, "No matter." And with his other hand is going to swipe up to try to cut you with his blade. And misses. His body is withering. It is collapsing. He is not mobile at all. And sort of just misses again. Gurkle, it is your turn.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna step out a little bit, and then I'm gonna Misty Step with my bonus action all the way here behind Mr. White.
Teleports behind you.
Hey, yo, Mr. White. And then I'm going. What is he armed with anything, or is he what does the White have?
He has a sword in his hand.
Okay. I am going to disarming attack on him.
He's
Okay,
got 1 foot in the grave, and he's about to get disarmed.
Wait, actually, what you said? Is he in like a rough shape?
He's in a horrible shape right now.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna waste that on him. I'm just gonna use a regular attack.
Alright, go ahead and roll for that.
There's like 2 things to click. Oh, this is the hit. Okay, I see. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 misses.
Ah, I have this. I take my huge lance off of my back. The thing is like 6 feet tall, maybe 7 feet tall. It's really weird that it's like a, what's his name? Spider-Ham from Into the Spider-Verse, how he has like that infinite storage thing and he can wield stuff that's massive. It looks like that. I take that giant lance and I just swipe it and I completely miss and I like get caught up in the momentum and twirl around.
You see that like the head, unnaturally like turns around at you and sort of laughs at you.
We'll see who has the last laugh. All right, that's the
Alright.
end of my turn.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and that'll be the end of your turn. So now the skeleton's turns. The skeleton at you, Raidan, is actually going to strike at you.
Good luck, buddy.
Does a 12 hit?
12 is my armor class.
12 is your armor class? Okay, so yeah, so he
Yes.
does hit you. And he does 3 points of damage, so he sort of just like goes at your head trying to like put it in there, but instead he just sort of like slashes your cheek by quite a bit.
That mother.
And then he's just like sort of like just stands looking at you with his slack jaw, still very damaged. And then we're gonna go to the skeleton next to the hobgoblin. He is going to make an attack at the hobgoblin itself. 23, which does hit. That is going to be 5 points of damage. So he sort of just, as like the hobgoblin had done the attack with the substance on his blade, the skeleton is going to slash him at the opportunity at the opening, and just sort of like cuts his like sort of like a shoulder part, and he sort of flinches back. So let me go ahead and put that there. It was 4. It was 5, right? My bad, y'all. Okay. And that'll be the end of his turn. Raidan, it is your turn.
Ooh, yeah. Let's see. I need to see. I want to regain the 9 health from this guy I'm fighting. They seem to have the right handled too. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and melee him again with the hex weapon.
Okay, gotcha.
Hopefully, get rid of him.
Point of order, I forgot to say this. Gurkle, you do technically have advantage because you are flanking with Grayson. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to roll one more attack just to see if it hits. Just to see if it'll...
Oh, yeah. 19. All right, 24.
Ooh.
Okay, 24. Go ahead and roll damage.
With advantage?
Well, the damage doesn't
Or
have
does that not
advantage.
apply to damage? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, I got a 10.
do... Okay, how do you want to do this?
Does that kill him?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. After I got caught up in the momentum of failing my first strike, and I'm like flailing around, and he laughs at me. But then I come back around, and I get him the second time, square in the face, and I just knock his head off.
And you sort of like see the head falls, and he's like, "What? Where am I?" And you see the body sort of move, try to look for him, and then just slowly collapse as it loses its energy, and it is withered away.
Teaches you to laugh at me.
As that turn, as just to do that, just because it needed to end. Ferdan, I do see you rolled a 9, so you do end up missing.
Not well. Let's see. What else? I do have 2 weapon fighting. I don't know how I got that originally, but I do have him.
Sure. You can have like a dagger on your outfit.
Oh wait, I don't even have anything in my other hand. I was thinking about my first turn when I thought I had the hand axe. Never mind.
You can still equip like a dagger right now and do it if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah. If I can equip a dagger, I will try and do that. Let me add the dagger. I actually don't have it equipped. Okay, now it's equipped. Yeah, I'll try and hit.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh man, I'm not rolling high.
Oh, and it doesn't include your, so the +4 wouldn't include, so you would only get an 8, and you do miss.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, because the 2 weapon fighting is just like a thing that that everyone can do essentially. It just doesn't add, like, if you're proficient, if you pick the fighting style 2 weapon, that's when it adds it. But that's just like an action that you can do. Okay.
Yeah. So just a right, which also misses.
Yes, it does end up missing. Do you
That
have
is
any
pretty
free
much.
actions?
Everyone seems to have everything under control. I'll hold what I've gotten in my turn there.
Okay, you'll go ahead and end your turn there. To Grayson, it is your turn.
Oh. Um. So the white is dead. Um. I guess I'll just turn my attention to the pseudo dragons over in the top right and take an arrow shot
All right.
at
So
the
and
first,
so
the
this.
closest one.
Well, this
Yep.
one's dead. This one's dead.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Then not the far one then.
Yeah. If they have the black circle, I'm gonna say that they're dead.
Okay. I just noticed that. All right.
A 13 misses the pseudo dragon.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess for my second attack, I'll just do the same thing. Oh, I guess. Damn it. I clicked the wrong one.
You're good.
Ignore the sword.
No, you're good. Actually, I believe, is it the same thing as your... Because I could just say that it's that, but let me just confirm. Oh, sorry, it is different, so go ahead and roll for your longbow. Okay, 27. Is that a...
It was a 19.
No, it's a 19. Okay. Dang, so close calls. Alright, go ahead and roll the 1d8 plus 3. Seven points of damage. How do
7.
you want to kill the pseudo dragon?
I guess just as I shoot that one with an arrow, it clings to the back of that grave behind it.
Okay.
The building, I
So
guess.
just sort of ding,
Yeah.
dead. And that was both rolls, right?
Yep. Yep.
Alright. Anything else you'd like to do with your bonus action or anything like that?
No.
Alright. It is the end of your turn. You see the hobgoblin is going to... Give me one moment here. Oopsies. Okay. The hobgoblin is going to turn his attention... Is this skeleton gone? It is still alive, so I'm gonna go ahead and have him attack the skeleton. 19 hits. Gonna roll his damage, and so you sort of see he cuts into the skeleton, and you see that there's this corroding effect that sort of happens at the skeleton, and you sort of see like even though he like just cuts it at the ribs, you see the ribs getting eaten away and sort of the body get eaten at, and then it just falls as it dies from this like acidic element that was added to the blade. So that skeleton is gone now. As that happens, he is going to run at the recently deceased person, which is going to provoke an opportunity attack by the pseudo dragon. An 18. Does an 18 hit? It just hits. So he takes 6 points of damage from that. But he will like get to this point. and he will go ahead and end his turn there. Which at that point, a couple people move. I think the why is that taking so long? Okay, there it goes. I think someone will like stand with them, probably not too happy about their friend being killed. That'll be the end of their turn. So it is a pseudo dragon's turn. This one at the bottom here, and he is just going to fly at the hobgoblin and is going to do 2 strikes at him. 15 misses. 21 hits. He's going to do 4 points of damage onto him. Did I do that right? Hold on, sorry. Okay. 4 points of damage onto him. And it's just going to still sort of fly right there. And it's going to end its turn. Gurkle, it is your turn. There is
All right.
one skeleton that's alive at the top, and then there's the pseudo dragon close to you.
I'm just gonna firebolt this pseudo dragon that's attacking the hobgoblin.
Okay, go ahead.
I
and
got a 14 to hit.
14 shows hits.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll that damage.
11.
All right. How do you want to destroy the pseudo dragon?
I put my lance down and I grab my staff off my back. It's like a pretty plain wooden stick, but it's got this crystal ball, that's this purple crystal ball on top with stars in it. And I kind of hold it out and I mutter the incantation, and then a fireball, like a purple fireball, shoots out and incinerates it.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you should see it get destroyed by the fire. Completely obliterates it. It is gone. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Let me go ahead and feel like I miscalculated my skeletons. This one is still technically okay. That one's dead. I did not calculate that properly. But it is the skeleton next to Rydan's turn. He is going to go ahead and make an attack at you. That was a 22 hit.
Oh yeah.
22 hits. He's going to deal you 4 points of damage as he's just still trying to swing at you, hitting you at any opportunity that he can. And that'll be the end of his turn. Alright, top of the deck, Rydan, it is your turn.
Let's see. I feel like he's got to be weak, but
He does look very weak.
I really want to believe in my hex weapon again. I want to hit him. I want to slash at him with my fantasy-like lightsaber in a way.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Oh no.
I will say that Ezreon was more in this area, so I'll say that roll with advantage. So roll one more.
Jeez.
Yes, he is flanking with you.
Oh, is that? Oh, I think that's a natural 20.
Is it a natural 20? Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yes,
When it's on
natural
the
20.
Okay.
So it should automatically ask you to double the damage. I believe.
Oh yeah, it just rolls 2. Oh, good damage too.
12 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
I'd like to just slash through him at like where I guess his spine is connecting him to his hips, and I just want to slash through there, and make him 2 pieces instead of 1.
So whereas you had made him shorter before, you just completely destroy the spine this second slice around, and he just sort of falls on himself, hip to rib cage, and then he just falls back and collapses, and that will
Yes.
be the end of him.
And since he's got my mark, I can get that 9 health back.
Yes, so now you heal the Hexblade. Do you roll for it? I forget about that.
I think it's just a straight 9. Let me go to that real quick. I believe, where is that?
Yes, it does say 9 HP, so now you heal back 9 HP from that.
Nice.
Alright. Well, as the commotion starts to settle down, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Everyone needs to use the bathroom. We should take a break, walk around. We're going to go and take a break and then be back in 5 minutes. Alright?
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Alright, we'll be back then. Alright, welcome back. We have taken that intermission. Everyone is good to go. So, at the end of this, you have finished your fight with the skeletons and pseudo dragons, and now you are left with these commoners. One of them dead, the other three, one of them is sort of scraped off, but he's doing all right, and two of them are essentially just going back to the village. And there is a gentleman that stands with them. What would you guys like to do?
The hobgoblin fellow that was with all the commoners. I'd like to speak with him. You appear to have been the muscle and sword of this group here. Is that correct, Mr. Hobgoblin?
He as you're saying that, you do see that he has his hands out and he is casting spare the dying. You see that he is casting that on the person, and he turns to you and says, Ezrin is a name, and I don't know if I would call myself a muscle, but I can wield a sword.
Do you have any knowledge on what exactly caused all the commotion out here?
I had heard something occurring. People were in danger, and I couldn't help myself. And with my skills, I wanted to see if I could help, but we were overwhelmed. I know of the pseudo dragons. I know not of why. I do know where they're coming from. But I was not going to trek that journey alone. I was going to report to the nearest town to see if I could get anyone to help.
I greet him in goblin speak,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, so what's the deal with the skeletons and the white? Is this just like a haunted graveyard?
It seems like the I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not around from here. I would hearken to guess that the white was not too happy about any commotion happening at his graveyard. I'm not sure. Perhaps he's a protector of this, from what he have said.
Oh, I forgot to do the voice. Maybe because all of your clerics and religious figures kind of seem to have died from the pseudo dragons. All of the undead are coming back and shit because there's nobody to perform burial rites now, and like keep the place intact.
That is quite an inquisitive guess. I'm going to go with what you said.
Luckily, I'm a cleric.
He is a cleric, a mighty fine one at that.
For all the viewers know, I am a cleric. I never specified otherwise. For the sake of the video, though, I'm a fighter wizard, double class.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was confused. I was like, wait, I didn't agree to you being kidding. Wait a minute, I'm kidding. Go ahead and roll a deception.
I was more joking. I'm not really trying to convince him.
Okay. He'll be like, oh.
I was saying that to the to my adventuring party more so than Ezroan.
Okay, gotcha. Ezroan will sort of introduce himself in Hobgoblin Hill, in Goblin Hill, talk to you the entire time. He'll be like, pleasure to meet you. I am Ezroan.
I say I'm like always good to see a fellow Gobby doing good, breaking the chain.
Well, I don't know if you all do seem formidable. I'm not much in the way of combat, but I can definitely assist if you take this task.
Yeah, show us where these dragons are coming from. They don't seem too bad. I'm sure we could handle them.
Is everyone else in agreement with this?
Yeah, I believe we were coming here to do that anyway, so an extra hand wouldn't be too bad.
Might as well.
All right. And he sort of walks past Gurkle and sort of walks in between, and he points up to the bigger crypt mausoleum, and he aims there, and he's like, "There has been a roar in there ever since I came here, and there's a pattern when the pseudo dragons come and when the pseudo dragons leave. Something is in there, and it is summoning these creatures."
Spooky.
So, suppose we should investigate the mausoleum.
And he'll follow whoever goes first. He'll just sort of stand behind and go along with them.
I don't want to quite enter it yet, but I'd like to. Is there like any
sorry.
identifiers, like maybe a plaque or like maybe it's like a family mausoleum? Is there like a crest or anything that is visible to maybe get an identifier to who could be in there?
You take a look and you see. I'll say that you see that there is a faded sort of shield shape that has a crown within it, and there is a faded color of like a gilded color on the concrete or the stone that of a crown, and then outside of it there is a very light pigmentation of pink. Um, you do sense that this mausoleum was from a neighboring kingdom, specifically the kingdom of the matriarchs.
We're gonna find some shiny shit in there, probably.
Are we?
Shiny and dangerous.
I'm gonna burst in. I'm in front of these people, and I'm gonna head in.
Okay. You gonna head in, all right, and everyone else will follow, and we're going to go ahead and send us over to
Put me in
inside
the mausoleum.
building. So go ahead and spawn you guys selves out like at the bottom of these steps.
I'm an aboleth now.
No, no.
He transformed.
He has what's it called? The polymorph. True polymorph. No. I'm gonna put this guy right here. Okay. Gurkle, you're at the front. You guys step up.
Yeah.
So you guys sort of see you enter and you see where in this visual that we're seeing in the map you do see this gate, but this gate is actually destroyed, and it's sort of opened. You see that it's like warped by a lot, like something has barged into it, and it is large and able to sort of like it doesn't seem like it was pseudo dragons who destroyed this. Definitely something bigger has caused it to open.
Is the lever accurate as well? Is there a lever in the room?
There is a lever.
Is that what I see?
Yes.
Guys, you might want to get back. I'm gonna go press that. I'm gonna go pull that.
Okay.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but I'm gonna pull it.
Okay, so you pull it.
I warned them before if anyone wants to like move before I do it in case it activates a trap or something.
I'll hold where I'm at.
I want to pull it.
Okay. You pull it, and you hear like dunk 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 ding. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
I couldn't help it. I had to see. How do I do that?
The saving throw should be yeah, there it is. Dexterity.
Oh no! I got a 3.
You
Oh,
take
no.
1 point of bludgeoning damage as a spring loads and just like hits you in the head. Like it just comes off and hits you in the head on the forehead.
I'm like, guys, that was totally worth it. What a pointless trap, though. Like, I'm still gonna go in there.
For
More
anyone,
of a deterrent.
for anyone
It's
who wait, what are you gonna say, Gurgle?
it's like if a kid comes in and he's not supposed to be in here, it just like spanks them or something, and then they're supposed to just leave. It's like a spanking machine.
You for everyone else, you sort of gather that was not supposed to be a trap. It's broken.
And
Oh.
launched a loose spring at him.
Exactly. Yeah, so it is open. It is already been open, so if you guys want to
I guess the
continue
lever was just the lever was just for the door or something.
yeah. All right, so you all do step in, and you do see there's these these two pillars on the sides. There you see in the middle there is a statue of a queen looking statue. There's like a crown very similar to the one that you saw at the front, and there is like this bigger dress. She has like sort of tied up hair. She's human. And behind her you see there's these 4 pillars. One of them is broken, which on top you do see something red, similar to the pseudo dragons, sleeping on the top of it. And where those 4 pillars are, you do see it's sort of like a pool of skulls.
Guys, I have an idea.
I'm gonna take the human arm that I got earlier, the cleric arm. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna really slowly and carefully approach the pseudo dragon with the arm held out.
Okay.
Uh-oh. He's gonna try and tame it.
He will be my steed.
How big are these things? Could I ride one as a
You-
goblin?
They ride you on your shoulder. They are
Okay, yeah, that's what
very
I thought. That's good enough though. I came looking for company. This is a different sort than I had in mind, but I'll have a friend.
okay. So you're trying to like attract it with that, or try to like be friends with it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a animal handling check.
Oh no, -1 in that. I got a 4.
You got a 4. You see you're trying to like sort of attract it. How would you actually? I want to know do you think you would fail this?
I don't know. Maybe the pseudo dragon's just not interested. I guess I'm just like inching forward, and I'm going like what you do to a cat. I'm like going pss, 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 with the arm like I'm like dangling. Maybe he just doesn't care for it. He's like not stupid. He realizes he could just eat me.
He sort of. Well, you were still trying to attract his attention, and you did roll very abysmally. So I'm going to say that he sort of looks at you, smells at you, and there could almost seems like a chance that something might happen, and then you hear him just like he's just sort of yells out,
Oh no, there's gonna be a fuck ton of them or something.
and you hear that sort of echo, an echo, an echo.
Oh no.
And Ezroin sort of like, you see that Ezroin's just sort of looking up in terror, just around. He's like,
It's gonna be so fun.
As you say that, you see the pool of skulls shift and move around this like middle like giant casket. You just see like it sort of like goes in circles, this like revolving thing, and you see climbing on top of the casket a wyvern sort of come up and scream at you. Rah! And you see that the wyvern is wearing, or not wearing necessarily, but has this like dark black crown, sort of like horns that like sort of go in, and it's like floating on top of it, and you hear it speak. It says, "I am one and only dragon of this realm. Who comes to my horde? And you see it like sort of flap its wings, making all the dust move around.
Shit. Oh shit.
Just some adventurers trying to understand what goes on in this town.
I brought you this arm. I'm Gurkle the Great.
He sort of goes to you first. He not necessarily super fast, but he like sort of comes here, takes a deep a smell at you, and he says, "You smell like adventurers."
We've certainly been around.
Being a Githyanki, don't they have some sort of like association with dragons? I don't really know the deal there.
I know
You guys ride them, right?
they do have a relationship with red dragons.
Well,
Pretty
I
sure
said
it's-
that
yeah, I think it's like
specifically.
more specifically that one.
Veridon,
Yeah, I guess wyverns and dragons are different too.
What do you think your relationship would be with your own kind? Just to sort of get that idea real quick. Do you feel like you...
He's disconnected from Githyanki as a whole.
Okay, so I wouldn't say that I would have you roll a history check. But if you know anything at all, true dragons are typically the type of dragon that Githyanki are associated with. So as he sort of says that, and then Gurkle offered the arm, he sort of flies over all of you and takes a look at Gurkle and smells. Your offering is meaningless. I need corpses for my horde. Valuable corpses.
I mean, I could go get more. I guess.
Do you mean that?
I half mean it. Like I'm like I could do it. I'm speaking the truth in that regard. It is something I could do, but I don't necessarily want to.
Okay, let me see. You don't want to.
Can I actually?
Yeah.
It would be really funny if I just slapped him with the arm, but I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Oh god.
I'm not sure what to have you roll. I guess I'm gonna actually have him roll he's gonna roll an insight. Regardless of lying or not, he's just trying to ascertain your... Okay, so he did roll a 19 plus 20, so yeah. So regardless of lying or not, what are you trying to do with telling him that?
I guess I'm trying to befriend the dragon. I'm a goblin. I do evil stuff all the time. For all I know, this wyvern has just taken up this. What do I care for the creations of man and how they store their dead? Like that's meaningless to me. If this dragon wants to hole up in this cool building, that's fine by me.
You see him sort of take a smell at you. You speak valuable words. Perhaps you are valuable. Perhaps I will add you to my horde. And
I don't know if I like the sound of that, but alright.
He sort of flies around and flies on top of this statue, sort of clenching at it and digging its nails into the stone. And what of you, human? Much of you have died. What do you have to offer?
I'd say for a dragon like you, only this, and then I pull an arrow out and shoot at him in the face.
You shoot at him in the face? Okay, okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. After this, I think we are going to start initiative. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta restart the initiative stuff so that we can roll it properly. What's the total? 9?
9.
Okay. He is going to sort of you shoot at him and it's just sort of touches his hit the scales on his face and it sort of falls to the just falls to his legs and he looks at you and starts laughing. You think of me as any other regular. You are mistaken. Feel my wrath. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Nice. 18.
Oh, I got an 18 too.
Nice.
Alright, yeah.
18. Okay.
22, damn.
Let me roll for Ezreon. Okay, 14. And I'll go auto for this guy. Okay, just for a quick moment, I'm going to pause.
Crown. I'm gonna steal it.
I do still have the original initiative set up right now. So it'll go Grayson, Gurkle, Veridon, the Hobgoblin, and then the Wyvern.
Forgot how to get back to the.
Oh no, I gotcha. So when you go to the campaign, you should be able to see your character and then just look at your stuff.
There we go.
Alright, let me know when everyone's there and can see their stuff.
I've got it all open,
Okay,
I think.
I'm all good.
Alright, one moment here. Alright. So, at the start of the turn, I will say that this is Grayson, you're gonna get a surprise round, so after doing the arrow to the face, you will, or actually no, never mind. Just because of the way that it happened, this is going to, so your game has just started, and the action it seems that you were gonna take was shooting an arrow to the wyvern, correct?
I think we were a little past that.
I don't think we rolled for it, which means that it was like about to happen. And that's why I had everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Let me see here. Oh no, okay, I see. I do see that it was 9. So it did end up missing. And so now the actions have started. So now it is your turn. So you can do whatever action you were gonna do.
Oh, okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll do Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's mark? Okay. So now it has been marked. Let me go ahead and give it a color. What color would you like for me to give it to it? Like the ring around it.
Like blue.
Blue? Okay, bet. So it has been marked with blue. Alright. What action would you like to take?
I'll take a longbow shot.
Longbow? Alright, go ahead and take the shot. 15. 15 hits. Hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
Massive.
Absolutely. So now you get to roll the hunter's damage and the hunter's mark damage and the longbow damage. Alright, so that's 7 plus 4. So 11 points of damage.
It's pretty good for a little arrow.
Absolutely. Alright, so
Not bad at all.
I'll end my turn.
Alright, so at the end of Grayson's turn, that'll be Gurgle's turn.
All right, I'm gonna use chromatic orb at a 3rd or 2nd level on the wyvern.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit. And what element are you choosing?
I'm gonna do thunder.
Thunder?
So that's 8 damage.
You gotta roll to hit first.
Oh, silly me. How do I do that? Right.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. All right, I got 18.
Okay, 18 hits, so you do 8 points of damage. What do you describe how you summon a chromatic orb?
I kind of twirl my staff around like I'm like stirring a cauldron a little bit, and then it's this orb of like wind that's got like thunder and electricity crackling throughout it, like spinning around, kind of forms around above the orb of my staff, and then I just launch it forward.
Yeah, and as you send it, it hits him on the side. He just sort of recoils to it a little bit, and then just like smiles at your direction.
Oh no! Oh no! A dragon smiling would look creepy as hell. Like, have you ever seen an alligator smile?
Yeah,
That's kind of what I imagine it like.
Yeah. All right. Any other actions you'd like, or any other bonus actions you'd like to take?
I am going to take a nimble escape and disengage to like, how far can I go? About here on a disengage?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go a little bit away.
I'm actually gonna check this real quick. Okay, yeah. All right, bet. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, on my turn there.
All right. Raiden, it is your turn.
Boy, I think I'm like confused. Not confused on what to do. I'm just conflicted. I only have one more spell slot as a warlock, and I'm kind of thinking of saving it for a little counter spell in case the wyvern tries to cast a spell on us in some way.
Would you like to here? Go ahead and make an Arcana check to see maybe if there's anything like that could happen.
How do I roll from the character sheet? Oh wait, don't you just click the bonus button?
Yeah. You press where it says the plus number.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
22. So when you sort of take a look at this wyvern, because yes, typically wyverns do not speak. They are typically more bestial in their actions, but this self-proclaiming dragon of dragons and wyvern, you could see that that crown does have like connections that sort of sink into the head of the wyvern. You don't really see necessarily anything that's giving it power, but you definitely determine that this wyvern is elevated, but not enough to cast spells. You get the idea that that might not be the case.
In that case, what spells do I even have? Ooh, actually, I might still save it.
No worries.
I think I'll back up maybe to there. Yeah. And then I would just like to use the Humble Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
I'm rolling kind of good.
Okay, 18. We're level 6, I believe, right? Or
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so roll one more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh.
Okay, 18, a 14. Let me go ahead and make sure just real quick. It is this DC is 15, so you just missed with the second one.
Roll the damage for that first one then.
Yeah.
Give me the 10. Oh my god.
How much is it?
The 10.
Oh, there you go. So you do 10 points of damage. How would you describe your Eldritch Blast?
I feel like Raiden probably maybe does like uses both his hands to make maybe like a little symbol and then has like a green magical energy around one and kind of like snaps in the direction of the wyvern with a beam shooting out.
Okay, yeah, and you shoot that beam and it just strikes it. It sort of rubs it or like shakes it off. And it is not happy. All right. At the end of your turn, the
Yeah,
hobgoblin is going to.
Better one shot it.
That is not what. Give me one moment here. What action can he make for y'all? Okay, here we go. Okay, so he is going to use he's going to come to Grayson, and he is actually going to use one of his malignant mixtures. He pulls out a vial that looks like it is containing some sort of gross brew, and he asks Grayson, "May I reach within your quiver?"
Yes, you may.
And he grabs 5 arrows and dips them
Greedy.
within, and then puts them back. And he says, "You
Well,
have."
he is half goblin.
He says, "You have 5 acidic shots that you may use against the creature." And he is also going to use his Fey gift of hospitality and give you 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points.
Ooh, that was actually really nice of him.
Let me roll this so I can tell you what you're getting.
I thought he was just being greedy.
No. He was trying to give buffs. That is 6 points of temporary hit points. So if you in your character sheet, you should see where it says temp on the top right corner, and you should insert it there.
Oh, I see. You said how much?
6.
Oh, yeah.
3 plus 3. And now let me see here, make sure that I'm knocking these out. And okay, so you know it's the damage of the acid is 2d4 plus 3.
Whatever.
So whenever it happens, I'll let you know. But yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and mark that used. All right, and then yeah, so he used the help action and the bonus action to dip the arrows. So now when next shot comes up, you also have advantage. Okay.
Okay.
All right, it is the wyvern's turn, and he sort of just like situates himself and sinks his talons onto the statue. You see him breathe in deeply, and you see his eyes shift into these different colors. You see blue, red, black, and then it settles on green, and you see green smoke sort of form in its mouth, and it breathes out a dragon breath of poison.
Oh
So
lord.
Oh shit.
I am gonna ask you guys to roll, except Gurkle, are gonna roll
Let's go.
saving throws. Give me one moment here.
Sigma Gurkle at it.
Let me search this up. Here, go ahead and roll them now, and then we'll see if you end up saving.
What kind of save is it?
It's a DC save. Let me see. Dexterity. It would be dexterity.
Uh-oh. Well, I rolled very good.
Oh shit.
Wait, where is it?
It should be on the top left.
Top left.
I found it.
Alright. 4, 11, and I guess Edge, the other character's gonna go ahead and roll. $15. Okay, let me just check what the DC is so that I'm able to. Okay, so Ezreon just saves. Unfortunately, Verdan and Grayson will take the full amount of damage. Let me go ahead and roll that real quick. There's going to be 3d6. Okay, so both of you are going to take 13, and then Ezreon is going to take 7. I just realized Ezreon is not doing good at all. What is it? Okay. Your companion is looking a little withered, but he is doing alright so far. And you see that after it breathes it sort of takes, like, coughs a little bit. And, like, a very painful cough. You do note that some sort of damage it has taken from breathing this out.
That's me after ripping that gobby gas.
Let me see here. Okay, so yeah, so it's just sort of, and then you see it sort of spiral on the statue a little bit, and it starts floating, and it will float sort of this way, or not floating, but flying. So it's sort of on the air now, facing this direction.
Oh shit. He's calling for me.
That's gonna be the end of its turn. Grayson, it is your turn again.
All right. Okay, I would like to do Cure Wounds, cast Cure Wounds on our Hobgoblin friend here.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll to see how much you cure him. Okay. 12 points of healing. How would you describe your cure wounds? How does that look like, you think?
So Grayson extends his hand in front of the hobgoblin's chest and mutters a few words under his breath. And there's a blue glow around his hand.
Okay, and yeah, he takes the healing. He sort of stands up a little taller and says, "Thanks, friend. Now let's take this down." And sort of stands next to you.
Hero.
And I'll end my turn there.
All right, no bonus actions you're able to do.
Let me see.
Just to confirm. If not, then it's no worries.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll end it.
Let me go ahead and take a look here. Okay, bet. All right, so at the end of your turn, it is Gurkle's turn. Gurkle, what would you like to do?
All right. Gurgle's gonna hype himself up a little bit. He's gonna give himself a little pep talk and slap himself on the cheek. Then he's gonna go up to the dragon. Can I
Okay.
get up to him? I
You
think
can get close. He will be like maybe like 10 feet or yeah, 10 to 20 feet above you. 10 to 15 feet. My bad.
Oh, because he's still in the air.
Yeah, he flew. He started like now he's like flying.
Okay, interesting. I guess I can't use. Well, actually, my lance has 10 feet of reach. Can I?
I say
reach
you
him
would
with
reach.
that?
Yeah, I say you would reach.
Sweet. I'm gonna use my Fury of the Small, which is no action. Once per short rest, I can deal 6 extra damage to a creature with a size larger than my own.
Okay, let me go ahead and take a look just to confirm that. But yeah, so roll to hit, and then we can definitely add that.
Attack.
Let me.
Oh, where is it? There we go.
Fury of the Small. Oh, okay.
Rolled.
Yeah.
Was that a 10 or an 8? Can't tell.
It's
13.
It does do a total 13. It unfortunately misses, but you don't use your Fury of the Small unless you hit.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Now
So
you
I like jump up and I just don't reach him.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit too far away.
You do have action surge that you could try, or you could save that for another
Yeah,
time.
I'm gonna try. I'll use up my action surge and try again
All right,
to
try
reach
that
him.
one more time.
Second time's a charm. Ooh, 22.
22. Is that? Let me look at the totals just in case. Okay, 17 plus 5. That definitely hits. So you add Fury the Small, which looks like it's 6 points of damage. So 6 plus.
6 plus. Come on.
Yeah, roll
I'm
that.
so slow at this. There we go. 6 plus 1.
Well, it says here a total of 3. So there's 9 points of damage that you have done.
All right, I'll take it.
You sort of just jump and it like reaches like sort of the belly part of the body, like right under the sternum. You stab and he sort of like flinches back a little bit. You nicked him pretty good.
I celebrate way too hard. Like, I'm so proud of doing not very much.
All right. Any other action you're able to take? Any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'll use my. Nah. I'm good actually. I'll end my turn there.
Okay, no worries. Raiden, it is your turn.
Let's see. I just had an idea of what to do. Oh yeah. Let's see. I think I have a Misty Step I can use. Let me double check. I might have used it last time. Yeah, I think I have one. Can do 30 feet.
All right, so you're gonna use Misty Step?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'll just go as far as I can in a straight line. So I guess 30 feet, so it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it'd end up right there.
30. Okay.
Um,
You do sort of go at an angle, so you're like 5 feet below than what you were at right now, but you're yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a dip. It's like a pool almost.
And then I think, how would you describe the lighting of this room? Would you describe it as like dim light, maybe darkness even?
I would say it's dim. The door behind Grayson and Israel is open, and there's like a clear sunshine that's like coming in. But for the most part, I would sort of describe it as dim, especially where you are right now. There's like a heavy shadow on you.
Could I use my one with shadows action then to become invisible until I move, take an action or reaction?
Yes, yes.
I would like to do so.
All right. So you go invisible. How would you describe the magic?
In a similar fashion to how I used the Eldritch Blast, probably also like doing a little few hand symbols and then kind of weaving like a magical force up and down my body until I disappear.
Okay, so you just see that sort of just shimmering. Whoom, you are invisible. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
I think that is every. Oh, I should have moved before I went invisible. That's fine. This is still good. I will end it there.
Okay, no worries. Let us continue this way. Alright, it is Ezreal's turn. He is going to... Okay, he is going to actually run up 5, 10, 15. Be next to you, Gurgle. He is going to use his bonus action help to give you advantage on a
Oh, I
physical...
thought the dragon was moving up to me.
No.
Oh.
No. Let me do it here.
It's just my Gobro.
He's going to use Fey Gift of and he's going to use the Spite, which means that at the start of his next turn, or sorry, the Wyvern is going to have disadvantage after you attack it if you successfully hit.
Nice.
And then he is going to use his action to dip his blade. He pulls out another mixture and drenches his sword on it, and you see this corrosive liquid take place. It almost creates a bit of rust on the blade, but it is like drenching with it now, and he is going to end his turn there. Alright, it is the Wyvern's turn. Let me look here just to confirm. Okay, the Wyvern is going to go ahead and get close to both of you, and is going to make two. Is going to do multi attacks. It is going to go. You see its stinger sort of come slowly from its left side, and then quickly, like go towards Gurgle. Let me go ahead and roll to see if that hits. That is a 25. 18 plus
Jeez.
7.
Oh,
I'm guessing that hits.
Sorry, that doesn't hit.
It is going to do piercing damage of 15, and I'm going to ask you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Pretty good at those. 9.
9. Okay. You take that's a lot of dice. So it's a total of 22. It's a 7d6. So you take 22 points of damage.
Holy.
I stumble back.
I think he means business.
So,
He
yeah.
doesn't like me especially because I kind of betrayed him, I feel like.
And then he is going to Ezreon, and he's going to do a bite attack. A 23 hits. So that's going to be a total of 14, and he's actually going to attempt to grapple with that attack. So let me just knock down 14 right here. $40 minus 14 is 20, right? Or sorry, 26, right? I don't know why I'm
This
blanking.
is right.
I'm gonna do 26. Okay, so he is low. And the yeah, so it's going to attempt to grapple, so that's gonna be a strength check. So a 19 on the wyvern, so Ezreon has to beat that 19 with his saving throw.
I believe in him.
13. You see that the dragon grabs him, like sort of sinks its teeth in his abdomen, and like his head goes inside the wyvern's
Oh
face.
shit.
And he picks him up, and now you see just like 4 limbs sort of flaying in the wyvern's mouth.
We gotta help our bro.
He's
He
gonna
has
get
been
eaten.
picked up. Alright, that'll be the end of the wyvern's turn. Grayson, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I will join the fight down here. And in an attempt to free our goblin friend, I will take a shot with my bow.
All right. Is your shot going to be specific to attempt to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. So go ahead and roll the longbow. I would say that you would most likely are trying to hit something more specific. So I will say
Around
that
the
the
mouth.
DC is a little higher, but we'll see how much
Yeah.
that if it goes. You roll a 10. Oh, okay, I did forget. We are doing since you are at level 6, you do get 2 attacks, so that previous one you should have been able to roll another time. So I'll say that yeah, even though this one misses, I'll go ahead and just add 5 damage to the wyvern just because I didn't give you that attack before. And then yeah, so go ahead and roll again and see if you hit with the second one. Well, yeah, to be specific, to be able to like sort of get it to drop him, you do have to shoot at the neck, and unfortunately it's the slimmer part of both of the entirety of the wyvern. So you shoot it, and it's sort of slivering its head like a snake, trying to control Ezreon's attempt to be freed.
Flailing.
So yeah, so it just like dodges it consequentially. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So at the end of Grayson's turn, Gurgle, it is your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna try and slash at it or stab it in the neck. Jump up, stab it in the neck with my lance.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
16.
16. I would say that you do hit the wyvern. Unfortunately, you do not hit the DC for the neck. So you just right below, like right above the sternum. You sort of hit, and it does take the damage. If you want to go ahead and roll it.
8.
8 points of damage. It's starting to like look riddled.
Interesting.
It's sort of just like you see it sort of flaying, and at the same time you see that its eyes are starting to like change to different colors.
Okay. I'm also gonna use second wind. I
Okay.
do a little goblin jig. I like kick my feet out. And I have little bells. I have like jester shoes. I have little bells on the ends of my boots. Well, they're like it's like an armored shoe, but it also has bells on the end of it.
Uh-huh.
So I make a little music jig for myself as I do a little dance, and then I heal some.
Okay.
How do I actually use this one? I can't like click on it to roll for the
Um,
amount of healing I do.
there should have been an option like that. I do believe it's a 1d10. I don't know if it's plus anything, but let me just confirm that.
It says 1d10 plus 3, but I don't know how to roll it.
It should appear in your actions. Let me take a look here. Actions in combat. Let me see here. Bonus action. Let's see. Oh, you're right. It doesn't show it up. So just go ahead and roll a d10 and then just add the plus 3, which you would do at the bottom left.
Bottom left?
Yeah, there's like a little button that shows the d20, and then it shows you options.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you find the d10 and then roll it. It should be the third down.
Damn. Oh, I thought that was a 0.
No. So you got 13 points of healing.
Not bad.
All right. Anything
All right.
else you could do on your turn?
Nah, I'll end my turn there.
All right. That's the end of Gurgle's turn. For Raiden, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm guessing since it's looking riddled, there's no reason to just stay invisible, so I'm also pretty far away, so I feel pretty safe. I have a lot of range.
It is. I'll say that it's riddled. It's not necessarily like at the end of its life, but it's been riddled with stuff for sure.
I might just cast a firebolt at it
Okay.
and try my luck there.
Is there okay? And just to confirm, is there anything specific with the firebolt, or are you just trying to do damage?
Just damage.
Okay. Does the firebolt do more damage than the 2 Eldritch Blasts?
Oh well. Well, actually, it's 2d10, so I guess in theory it's the same
Yeah.
if it
So
hits.
it's up to you. You can either roll one dice to hit, and then you do fireball damage, or you get 2 chances to hit with the Eldritch Blast, but only do half the damage on each of those.
You know what? I like rolling more dice, so actually I am gonna go for the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, bet.
So I guess I'll roll to hit twice. Let's do this one. It's not the best.
13 misses.
That's why we chose to roll more dice. That should hit, I think.
17 hits.
Oh,
What's it looking like?
not good.
Oh.
A total dud. I reveal myself from the shadows to whiff a shot and then barely nick him on the second one.
Yeah, as it does, you do see it impact, and you sort of hear the like it sort of just fizzles on his body, but it does do damage. Every single damage counts.
I hit him in the hard spot of his scales or whatever.
All right. Is there anything
I
else
do
you'd like
want
to
to
do?
move.
Okay,
I
yeah,
wanna
go ahead and move.
Actually, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get right there. And then I'll end my turn.
All right, so that's gonna be the end of your turn. It is Ezreon's turn. Yeah, so he's just flaming within, just like it's just like he's not having a good time right now. Let me see here, what actions he can do. Alright, let me see here. He's going to. You see that he there's one sword with one hand with a sword and his other hand that's open. You sort of see that his hands sort of like do these like Wanda Maximoff movements. So you see that it sort of has this like greenish, like bluish greenish aura, and he sort of focuses on the head of the wyvern and is going to cast Chill Touch on it. That is a 16 plus 6, so a 22 hits. And so he's going to deal... Oh, I got double 8s, y'all. I got the maximum.
Dang.
So he does do 16 points of damage onto it. So you should sort of see its left side of the face rear down. You can actually see this the most. You see that it sort of just blackens and ashes over. You see like scales falling apart and pieces of its face sort of like separate. And it flinches hard at it. It sort of swings him in it, and like he gets flailed around more. It is very, very angry about that, and is not enjoying its time now. Let me see here. He is going to. You see that he puts his arm, that same arm, he puts it within the mouth. He is going to use his healing remedy and uses a potion to heal himself. That is going to be 11 points of healing. It says damage, but custom classes are kind of a bitch to design. That is... Okay, so he is back to 37. That is going to be the end of his turn. It is the wyvern's turn. You see that the wyvern sort of starts flowing up, or starts flying up in the same direction, or in the same position. So you should see that it sort of goes up by 20 feet. So it is 30 feet off the ground, and is I will say, Gurkle, that does cause a reaction from you if you decide to do an attack or not. You do have advantage on the attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna just use my opportunity attack.
Okay, go
Which
ahead.
is my lance, correct?
Yes. Go ahead and roll.
17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And now that means that the wyvern's next attack is going
4.
to be 4 counts. It gets very important. It just flies away, so it just gets scraped on the tip of your lance. As it was leaving. And the wyvern flies up and opens its mouth, which drops Ezreon 30 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I can't remember. I'm going to say it's a d6 per 10 feet.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh shit.
Is it?
Is he gonna make it?
Is it 10 feet after?
I think it's every 10 feet after your first 10.
Okay. So it's just 2d6.
At least I'm pretty certain that's how I've done it in my games before.
I'll go ahead and do it like that. That makes the most sense. Okay, he did roll a 1 and a 2, so that's 2 points of, or that's 3 points of bludgeoning that he takes. All right, and then you see that its eyes change to a orange color, and it breathes in, breathes out. You can see that it actually sort of scorches its own like lips and mouth, but the dragon breathes out a fire breath. So I'm going to need, I would say that it just misses Ezreon, Gurkle, and Grayson. I need you both to roll dexterity saving throws.
I'm not good at those. Oh shit. Ooh. 21.
21.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dang, wait, that used a nat 20.
Was that a nat 20?
It
Yeah.
was, but I guess it doesn't count for saves like that, because you
Yeah.
want to roll as high as you can.
And it rolled so low. Y'all take only 2 points of damage.
Hey.
It rolled a 1, and a 2. And it sort of breathes out. It breathes in and says, "You have entered my domain. I will not have this." And you see that it flies this way and lands behind Grayson. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Grayson, it is your turn.
All right. I will turn to the wyvern,
Mhm.
and I will do my poison spray cantrip.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. And what does a poison spray look like when you cast it?
It'll be kind of like a blue and green, like cyan poison
Okay.
spray.
All right, so you go ahead and spray. It does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. $22 points of damage. So yeah, so when you I would say that whenever the wyvern like finishes the statement and it sort of opens its mouth screeching at you, you put your arm out, you cast the spell, and it just goes all in its mouth. It's just you see that there's like sort of like blisters and it's just like nastiness sort of build up in its mouth, and it just coughs it out, taking that 22 points of damage. It is not looking great, guys. It is not
Getting
feeling
there.
too hot at all.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh, actually, let me make sure something real quick. Oh, I forgot to mention whenever you do the hunter's mark, you're supposed to know the immunities and stuff. It doesn't have any. Grayson, I forgot to mention that.
What's up?
It doesn't have any immunities or resistances or vulnerabilities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hunter's lore is supposed to tell you that. I forgot to say that. Let me look at this real quick. Oh. I'm looking at the hunter's mark thing because I'm trying to see if you're supposed to deal that when you cast that spell, or is it only when it's a weapon attack? I'm sure it's only with the weapon, but I want to make sure. Have you hit with it? Okay, yeah, it's an attack roll. Okay. Alright, so you don't do hunter's mark damage. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, is there anything else? Is that it?
I'll just like take a couple steps back.
Okay, that's going to impose a reaction.
Okay.
So when you move back, he is going to go ahead and after recoiling with his mouth, you see that from behind his head, you see his claw of his wing sort of reach at you and try to stab you. Does a 20 hit? 13 plus 7?
Sorry, does it hit who?
Does it hit Grayson?
What am I supposed to do?
Oh no, I'm asking. So does a 20 hit your character? You look at your AC.
Oh yeah, 20 hits. I'm 15.
Okay, so you are going to take 10 points of damage as its claw just sort of like slashes at you. Alright. Alright, so is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Gurkle, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna see what spells I got. I'll use Firebolt.
Firebolt?
Or actually, no, I'll use Chromatic Orb again.
Chromatic Orb. Alright, go ahead and roll for the Chromatic Orb.
10. Probably misses.
10? It definitely does miss. You sort of... It's... You usually expect it to be higher, like it, because it stood taller before, but it is so weak now, it is withered, that it has lowered its head, and you just sort of shoot behind it, going into this like area where the door is, and it just misses.
Okay. I'm gonna move closer. 5, 10, like right here.
Okay.
And then I will. Does it take a turn to try and like goad him into attacking me next?
Do you have a fighting style? Is that a fighting style?
No. Just I want to like just jump around or something.
Let me see. Because that is, I would say that. Well, you have. Hold on, let me take a look. I would say that you wouldn't be able to do anything that would be convincing. He would attack you if he desires to, just because that is technically a thing that you would have picked um, as a maneuver for your combat mastery.
Right. All
Yeah.
right. I'll just end my turn then.
No worries. It's the end of your turn. For Raiden, it is your turn.
All right, here comes well, I guess the Yankees are kind of like space elves. Here comes the space elf. Um, let's see.
I'm gonna need you to
5,
roll a natural
10,
20. No, I'm kidding.
15, 20, 25. I can move along the side of this
Yes.
just fine, right? Okay. So that would be 25 right there. And I would like to make a melee attack and use my hexblade short sword to do so.
Okay, go ahead
Give
and
me a little
roll.
bit of extra. Oh, I hope that was enough.
17 is enough. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Massive. Oh, and a decent damage roll.
Okay, 8 points of damage. Okay, let me go ahead and just look at something to confirm. My bad. One more thing I'm checking here. Okay. So yeah, so you go ahead and strike it, and you do hit it. You just like it's having trouble moving, so you are able to just sink your blade fully into it, and it push it like shakes you off, but it is not doing great.
Okay. Hold on, I'm checking something. I think. Oh no, it's a bonus action. Never mind. I think I had. It says I have 2 weapon fighting, but it says I can attack with a dagger. How likely is it that I have my dagger in my offhand?
You can definitely pull out your dagger. And yeah, so it's like it's two like you in general everyone has that, but they're not able to necessarily roll with the yeah.
Where is my dagger? Oh, there it is.
Also, yo, I almost freaked out. I thought my microphone wasn't being recorded, but it is. That's gonna be so sad. Okay, the dagger roll does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go. Making up for my bad last turn.
Man,
Roll
I've probably
4.
done like 10 damage in total to this thing.
Okay, that is 4 points of damage. It is, y'all. You needed 2 more points. It is
Oh,
on the. It is. It's just taking the hits. It does not really have that much action happening.
somebody do a cool finishing animation on it.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
It is. I don't want the DNPC to get it. It's Ezreon's turn. I don't really want that at all. I'm gonna say
he passes out.
He just fucking collapses.
Bro, we just Gurkle takes the spotlight, bro.
I would say that he.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he walks up to, he walks up to Gurkle, and uses his Fey gift, and he like touches your shoulder and says, "Goblin to goblin, destroy him," and uses the hospitality thing, so it gives you a 1d6 plus 3. Let me roll that, and then you have advantage on your attack.
Nice.
So that's 6 plus 3, so you have 9 points of temporary hit points, and you are given the advantage. I will say that I'm going to roll a Constitution on the Wyvern since it is its turn to see if it even has the power to move, and if not, then it'll be Gurkle's turn. Yeah.
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 Grayson's turn next.
What's up?
Isn't it Grayson's turn next?
Oh, you're right. It is Grayson's turn, but it seemed like he was wanting to give you the spotlight, but it's up to you guys. It did roll a 7, so it does fail. So you sort of see it, like, you see that it, like, puts its wings down, like it's gonna stand up. And it sort of, like you see that it's just, like, collapsing, and it says, "I am king of the underworld. My horde, my gold, my corpses." It's just sort of like withers down and goes down. Now it is your guys' turn. Whoever, if you guys sort of want to decide who takes this. Also, Gurkle, your microphone went to shit real fast.
Oh no. Is it still bad?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's causing it, but yeah. I don't know what happened there, but
How about now?
there you go. You sound better now.
I take pride in my microphone. I spent too much money on that thing for it to not be working right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Do we know who wants to attempt? Because you could very much fail.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh wait, what if we can't you
It is-
hold actions?
Well, it is everyone's turn, so if everyone wants to do an attack together,
That's what I was gonna say, like
okay.
Power Rangers style, all attack him at once or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Jump
Actually,
him.
I can for sure kill him because if I just use magic missile, I don't have a chance to miss.
I'll say, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Because everyone's doing an attack on a prone character, this is considered a prone wyvern. Everyone has advantage, so I'm gonna ask everyone to roll whatever weapon they wish to use or whatever magic they wish to use, and then we can sort of describe what that looks like. Okay?
Cool.
All right. Go ahead and roll all of your attacks. Not all of, not. Don't go down the list. All of you roll your attacks.
I got a 7, of course.
We'll roll again, of course.
I'm rolling all of my attacks because I'm using my ultimate.
23.
That'd be a little 16.
23, 16. Okay. Okay. 16, 23, and then Grayson, if you want to roll another one.
Massive.
22.
Let's go.
Wait, let me check on. Okay, okay, yeah. So 16, 23, 22, a lance, a longbow, and a short sword. How would you all like to describe your strikes?
I'm gonna jump up into the air, higher than any goblin has jumped before, and then I'm gonna come down. Like I'm gonna turn my lance so that it's pointing downwards. I'm gonna come down on his head.
Okay, so yeah, so you jump down, strike down, and you see that it sort of just starts creating a gape within its skull. Vriden, how would you describe your strike?
I would like to jump up, and due to my Githyanki nature, I would believe that even though it's the highest a goblin is naturally jumped, I would
Nah,
like
yeah,
to
he's
believe,
still well above me.
I'd like to believe I clear Gurgle,
Uh-huh.
almost in like an embarrassing way, but not like meant to be that way. Backflip and then land on like the neck of it and stab my hexblade sword into like right behind where Gurgle's lance lands, so it's kind of like a double hit at the same time on his head.
Okay, so yeah, so you both strike in, and then the final strike, Grayson.
Grayson takes an arrow out of his quiver and cocks it back and mutters a little bit to himself and lets it fly at the wyvern's face.
Okay, and so yeah, as the both weapons were striked, you see that the wyvern goes up in reaction. So it flays you all, and then in its chest, a acid-tipped arrow strikes and into its heart, and it sort of just slowly falls down with both of you on top, and it is dead. You see that the magic within its eyes sort of flicker away, and the grasp that this black, dark crown that it had on it that's like jagged sort of releases it and like starts falling to the side.
I should definitely put that on.
Yes.
It's probably not evil or anything.
Put it on without asking any questions.
Are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Gurgle's gonna pick up that crown for sure, and I'm gonna look at it really temptingly. Guys, the power I could get from this crown.
When you grab it, you see that it's a huge like hole, like it's meant for like a giant head, but then you see it within your hand sort of get smaller and smaller until it seems to be a really well-fitting head if you do try it on.
Guys, it's perfect.
I think your enthusiasm for the arcane is amusing, my friend, but maybe a wizard should have a look at that before you wear
I
it.
am a wizard. Can I roll a Arcana on this thing?
My question is, do you have the identify spell?
I do not.
You don't? What type of wizard are you? No, I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana on it.
Can I give him guidance as a cantrip cast
Yeah.
on that roll?
Yeah, so roll a d4, Gurgle. And you'll add that to... Okay, 4 plus 18. That is a 22. You definitely know that this is very much cursed. You get the idea looking at the symbols and scribes on it. It is in a draconic language. I don't know if you read draconic. Let me just confirm that.
I don't think I do.
You don't read it, but you can understand that that's what it's coming from, and you understand that these are sigils that are placed to be curses.
Gurgle's not exactly a good guy. I have in his what's it called? He's chaotic evil.
Mm-hmm.
He was only doing this for himself the whole time. I put it on.
You
Oh,
put
God.
it on? Okay.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Critical
Oh,
boss
no.
fight incoming.
It's gonna be a pretty easy boss fight. He's not very strong. I got a 15.
15. The DC was a 20.
Oh god.
I'm going
Oh,
to
no.
say that Gurgle sort of puts it on and sort of, everything seems fine. Gurgle doesn't feel anything.
Oh.
Guys, I think it's fine.
And as you say that, you feel puncture wounds on your forehead, on the side of your head, and on the back of your head. All of you see that there's these like sort of claws that sort of sink into his head. And Gurgle, um, what's something that you really desire?
Or
Power?
I desire any way that can be achieved. He desires it. He used to be Gurkle used to be enslaved in the Underdark
Mm-hmm.
by the Dwergar or the Drow, something like that. And so ever since he escaped, he's been he's got a huge complex, you know. He needs a bunch of power to feel like he's worth something now.
Okay. So, within your voice, not of your own control, you hear the words, I will have power! And
Is it like the god? I bet it's the god of the dead.
you are you are okay, this is interesting. Um I'm going to ask you are aggressive. You do see magical either beings or artifacts or items around you, whether it's on your companions or they are your companions, and you really want them. Whether
God.
so, I would
Don't
say
make me do this,
Shit.
Urkel.
Oh shit!
that
Guys, I don't know where you guys went, but there's some really cool stuff in this room now. You guys are missing out.
I would say that uh, you're you cannot really control the desire to obtain these items, and they are currently on your party.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh.
I'll say we're on initiative still. So it's technically Grayson's turn again. Um, but Gurkle, you are going to go for someone since they are holding a magical item and you really want
Oh shit!
So happy I saved one of my spells.
it.
This happens in all of my D&D games because I always make chaotic evil characters, and then they always end up turning against the party.
Oh no. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, I don't. Grayson, you see that he's sort of reacting this way, and you sort of see him look at you up and down, and Ezreon and Viridon. Is there any action you'd like to take, or would you like to hold an action to see if anything happens?
I just I think I just want to hold and see. I'm just assessing the situation, just kind of seeing how this plays out.
Okay. Um. All right, then that's going to end your turn, but you do have it hold action, I'm guessing. So, Gurkle, it is your turn. It is up to you, or if you'd like to roll a d4 to determine who you're gonna attack.
Do I have any cool new powers with the crown?
You have Dragon Breath, the spell Dragon Breath.
Ooh.
Let me. You can add, since you're a wizard, you can sort of add it, and you use it once without casting a spell, and you regain it after a round.
Let me see if I can add that. Dragon's breath. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to? I have to prepare it though, right? Or not in this case.
Technically not in this case. So but I don't know if it's gonna show up the stats that you need. I think. Let me take a look here. Just make sure. See whatever your deck save is going to be the deck save that people fight against. But you only cast it as a second level. You can't cast it any higher, and it's technically not counted as a spell. So it's a 3d6 damage of your chosen type. And then whatever your spell save DC is what we'll use, okay?
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna save my dragon's breath. I'm gonna go for Vriden with my lance.
Alright, go ahead and roll to hit.
I got 23.
23. 18 plus 5, yeah, 23 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. What's everyone's health looking at like now?
I'm at 36.
36. Okay.
All right, I got a 5.
5. Okay. How much health does 2P have? Or Grayson?
How much I took 13 like once, and then I took how much that other time?
I'm not say they're like both around 15. So yeah, so there's the 13, and then there's, I would say, just for the sake of it, another 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm at like 35.
35. Okay. And how much is Gurkle's health at?
48.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you do hit. So Veridon, Veridon, you do take 5 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Is there any other things you'd like to do, Gurkle?
No, I'll end my turn there.
All right, Veridon, it is your turn.
I would like to cast Hold Person on Gurgle.
No!
Let's go.
So when casting that looks like me kind of weaving those hand signs and having that like, green magical thread, and I weave it around Gurgle, hopefully to stay around him. I guess since it's being cast, oh well, does I 3rd level or higher, I can target a second humanoid, but that does not matter right now.
Yeah, you can just use it. Yeah.
I guess it's a Wisdom saving throw for Gurgle. Or be paralyzed for 1 minute. And the save, mine is
I got a 1,
where-
so it's probably worth it.
It's a 14, so yeah.
Okay.
He's not the most wise goblin, that's for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, you
So we have
cast.
1 minute.
Okay. So yeah, so he is. How does that magic look like when you cast it on him, and what does he look like with that on?
Like it has like I've been using like the green thread for my hand, so I kind of like put my hands together and then spread them apart, and there's a lot of that thread, and I kind of throw it onto Gurgle, and it tightens around him.
Okay. So as you do that, you see that it tightens, and he's just held in place. Gurgle, you are unable to move. So Gurgle is temporarily held for 1 minute.
I feel like we gotta pry that thing off of him.
Okay. Ezreon's
no.
agreed, and he is going to. Ezreon is just sort of gonna wait to see what you guys do, and he's going to help. So whatever actions you guys do is going to be with advantage.
I feel. What is it? I don't have good strength, do I? No, I have very bad strength. I feel like I'm more of a hindrance in trying to rip it off than I am a help. Maybe the Grayson Ezreal double pull on the helmet. Maybe you can pull it off his head with minimal damage.
Let's take a look here. You do have better strength than everyone here.
Yeah, I'm down for that. We could try to rip it off his little goblin head.
All right, so go ahead and roll. Let's see here what it would be. Roll a let me see here. Roll an athletics check with advantage. Just like using your might as much as you can to pry this thing off, and Ezreon is like on the other side, sort of using his like his blade, trying to pry it for you.
Wait, which one did you say? Athletics?
Athletics, yeah. Roll that twice.
If this fails, we crit him no matter what while he's like this, so we can just take turns stabbing his abdomen.
23. That definitely beats it already, so I'm going to say that, yeah, you sort of, as Ezreon is trying to pry it, it's like bending his blade. It's very hard to, it rarely moves, but you are able to sort of remove the latches. Gurkle, you feel the really painful pain of like having these claws sort of removed from your head. It seems like it's almost like a sting bee where they're barbed, and you just
Oh.
feel that pain of like it's
Yee.
sticking out of your head, and it finally rips apart, leaving.
The greater good.
Guys, why did you do that? There was so much cool shit.
Yeah, as it is removed, you see that like, although you might still have the personality that you do, the immediate hunger to take is gone, but um, all the magical items that you saw that were glowing on the other characters' bodies and on the ground all dissipate.
Oh, well, that really sucks. But you know, there is some coffins in here that we could probably loot. So I'll settle for that.
Yeah, so let's make sure the strange evil crown does not end up in the goblin's hands again.
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right. And so, as we all have a chuckle and laugh at the potential creation of a goblin dragon, we're going to go ahead and end the game session there.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us for this game. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a good one. Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Dog.